Hello, folks, and hey, Bear. Talking about all that. Yeah, the beginning.
Yeah.
If you're watching this is a we put their 5-year anniversary. It's
hard to
unbelievable.
believe.
Hard to believe that is 5 years. And so we did a best of. I think people love the best ofs. I think they're always perfect things to if you're trying to get someone into the podcast.
Yep.
The best ofs are the perfect way to start.
And if you don't, the alternative is no episode. So
yes.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if you're mad.
Yeah. We do this because we
we care.
Well, okay.
We could have just done a regular episode though.
But okay.
No,
we wanted to take some time off.
Yeah, no, we enjoy the best of. None of this that you see right here will be in it.
Yeah, we love you.
Yeah. All right. What's up, everybody? This is Nate Bargatze. This is the first episode of the Nateland Podcast. I did a podcast a long time ago, a very, very long time ago, right when podcasts were getting big, and then we stopped it. It was basically like if you got a tip about Google, and then you were like, let's get out of it. It was like 2010 or something. I don't know. So, but now we're doing it again. COVID has forced me into a podcast because I can't do anything. So we're doing it here. We're in Nashville, Tennessee. This is the first one. I'm excited to do a show. I don't know exactly what this show is going to end up being. It's just us hanging out, a couple comics. Let me introduce you to the comics that are in here. I got Brian Bates, who's on the road with me a lot. And Aaron Weber's been on the road with me once, and that'll be the last time. He really blew it. But so I just figured, we're here, we're all stuck in Nashville, so let's do a podcast. Let's get it going. Nicole's Butcher. These all sound like stores. Do they not? Nicole's Here at Nicole's Butcher, we exclusively use Reynolds Seal. It's all just, hi, I'm Nicole, and Nicole's Butcher. And is it Nicole's?
I don't know that
Is it not Nicole?
You're emphasizing the butcher part, like Nicole didn't write it. She got her butcher to comment for her.
Yeah. Hi. Oh, yeah. Hi, I'm Nicole's Butcher. And I know you might be thinking, why did she send me out to give her answers? But Nicole's busy right now, and she can't be bothered.
Who's Nicole?
Is it Nicole's?
It might be Nicholas.
Nicholas Butcher?
Oh, man.
Hi. Yeah.
Nicole's Butcher.
Hi, how you doing? I'm Nicole's Butcher. Sogorb. Soresogorb. Sogorb. Sogorb. Is that a real name? Sogorb? You think that is his real name?
This poor guy.
Sore?
Yeah.
Source.
I hope it's his name.
Oh, man.
Sore. Get in here. Do you have to say the last name, or you just go Sore and he goes here? Every teacher.
I don't think you need to be any more specific.
Sore. He just sits there, and the teacher's like,
which one?
Sogorb. Oh. I thought it was the other Sore. I play your podcast while working, illustrating on my computer. Sometimes I spend large amounts of time without saving my progress because I forget to do so, and then my computer crashes, and I lose all my work. Now I click save every time I hear Nate say, unbelievable, or every time he roasts bland bread. I haven't lost a single piece of work ever since. That's got to be frustrating. Everybody knows not saving something.
Golly.
All the time. When I've written out shows, which are wearing my hat, Nate Bargatze show from the Feld. We sent a bunch of these hats to Nigeria. Isn't that where they send things that don't go good?
President McCain hats too.
Atlanta Falcons Super Bowl, when they lost to the Patriots. You type something out. It's a whole. You're just in the groove of doing it, and then it just goes away, and you're like, oh. And then the next time is never as good. You're like, that's the gist of it. And you're like, it's not that good. Yeah, well, I lost it. Miriam Gregory. I've been a fan of the podcast since day one. Is that, you think that's
These
right?
names all feel made up.
Yeah.
What's good?
Miriam Gregory.
Source.
It feels like almost we were short on comments, and then
So Brian went in.
and Boat Ramp went in and then just took
Source.
Sagorb. Miriam Gregory.
Oh, it's the worst name I've ever heard. Oh man.
Yeah.
That's a real name.
Source.
I don't think he's going to turn around by the way we
Yeah.
said it.
Soar's different.
But maybe soiree?
Next one's Soda. 7. Which is, these are all just George Costanza names that he came up with. Soar Sagor.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It is, yeah.
Soar.
I got a good idea what that guy looks like. I
Thanks
feel
for
like
the comment.
you can picture a soar. You can picture him in your head. You're like,
Come on,
I feel like I don't know what they look like, but I think I could pick them.
Oh right.
If
yeah.
if you said there's 100 people standing in the crowd, one of them's named Soar, I'd be like, I feel pretty good. I could figure out who he is.
If you lined up
Soar.
Dr. Khan, Soar
Might be a
Sagor, and Miriam Gregory, I could tell you which one was Soar. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that much.
Would you? Is Soar male or female? Soar feels like
It's
Soray.
gender neutral,
if
man.
It's if it's Soray,
yeah, I'm going to
Soray would be
So
a lovely lady. Huh?
What?
You don't think Soray's a?
these are all. I don't know.
These names are.
These are our fans, Aaron, that you're laughing at.
Sorry, that's the worst name I've ever heard. All right.
Soray. Well, if it's not if it's Soray Sagor.
Soray Sagor
Soray
sounds
Sagor.
like a Ukrainian ballet dancer or
Well,
something.
that they could be big fans.
Whoa. All right.
Soray Sagorb doesn't sound as bad.
That's what I'm saying. That sounds
Yeah.
like a ballet
Soar
dancer
Sagorb
from the
is
Eastern Europe.
Yeah, Soray Sagorb. That actually
Sorry.
is a beautiful name now, and I'm going to name my next daughter that. We're not having another daughter, but if I
Soray
find-
Bargatze.
Yeah, Soray Bargatze. I feel like if I find some little girl sitting out now on the side of the road and she lives with us, I feel like that's how you get a Soray in your family. They're not born into that family. You find them and they're put with that family. Turler. That's the guy's name.
I know.
Turrlur. Turler. Think that's his real name?
I don't know.
I don't.
You don't,
I
Aaron?
don't,
How do you
dude.
not think that
I
guy's
know we have a history of colorful names on the podcast, but Turler,
the Turler family?
I bet its name is the Lur
The
family.
Lurs?
The Lur
You
family?
remember
I
the
think his
Lurs?
name is Tyler, and he's being funny. Turler.
Ooh, Tyler.
Mhm.
Tyler Lur.
That's what I think.
All right, you going with Tyler? I go with his name is actually Turler, and he has to live with it. This podcast is officially too dumb for me. Goodbye, folks. We had a good run. I guess we'll never know.
Right.
I guess we'll never know.
He's never even going to hear his comment being read.
Yeah. Turler. He's out. Too dumb. What does he want it to be?
I know, right? Yeah, go get the TED Talks podcast.
Yeah, I mean, there's other podcasts. Like, that's what's like, that would be like if you're watching the Titans play and you go, it's just too much football. This is ridiculous. Why do you not watch the Titans? It's a lot of football. Why don't they throw in some other stuff? And
Right.
you're like, you know what? They should. They should throw in other
I
stuff.
was talking to Brian. We had a clip on your Facebook go kind of viral from like the second episode of the podcast
Yeah.
about talking millions, billions, trillions of
Yeah.
dollars. It has like 2 million views, and a lot
Really?
of them have no idea what the podcast is. So they're most of the comments are just like, these guys are morons.
Yeah.
they think it's like a math podcast.
Well, I mean, Turler knows what the podcast is,
Right.
and he thinks we're morons.
Right,
Yeah.
so Turler made it 23 episodes
Yeah.
before he's like,
He gave
"Oh,
us a
this
fair
is
shot."
too
Yeah, he
much,
goes,
man."
this is. I always love the idea of someone. It's like they're resigning, like leaving a comment.
Yeah.
He goes. He didn't even give us a 2-week notice.
I'm out.
He just goes. Like, it's so funny to think like you think he's at home and he's talking to his wife, his roommate, and he just goes, I can't listen to this podcast anymore. And they're like, oh, it's cool. So you go stop listening to it. I'll probably let them know, and then I'm gonna stop listening to it like that. What are you gonna do for that? You go just unsubscribe. I'm probably going to somehow let these guys know that I don't think they're good, and then I'm going to back out. You know what I mean? But I think they should know that the lure is out.
The Lur family
Parting shot.
The lure family
is out.
out. What's your greatest?
I don't have one.
What could you?
All right, so I thought about that. I mean, the only thing I could possibly think of is I play baseball and basketball, and there's me as a basketball player there in junior high.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
So
Right when they got colored cameras.
and there was one game. I mean, I was terrible. I was always terrible. I never scored. There's one game I hit a 10-foot jump shot.
Yeah.
Legit 10-foot jump shot. So then we go down the other team. We come back down. They throw the ball at me. I shoot again. The guy on the other team tipped the ball like when I shot it, but somehow it made it go in the hoop.
Yeah.
My coach didn't see this apparently, so he yells, "Brian's hot! Give him the ball," which I've never heard. He doesn't know that the only reason that ball went in is because another guy helped it. So then we go down, then we come back down, and they're like, "Give Brian the ball," which I've never had before. They throw it to me. I shoot it. It goes over the backboard. It was one of those makeshift concession stands over there where the parents run, and it bounced like over into them where the dad had to throw it back in.
Yeah.
That's my greatest moment.
Your greatest moment is a heat check.
Yeah,
moment.
a heat check.
Yeah.
For a second, they thought I was...
He's cold. He's back off. That's what they have to
Don't
yell.
throw it to him anymore.
No more Brian. No more Brian, everybody.
But, I mean, I stole a base once and thought that somehow the guy had fouled the ball back, and I ran back to first. And it confused them so much. I was on second, and I thought, oh, they fouled it back. So I started running back first. About halfway there, he was like, throw it to first. And I had to slide head first into first base.
Back to the base.
And I'm back right where I was with the first base coach. And he's like, what are you doing, man? You were there. I was like, I thought they fouled it. I I didn't know. So in a way, I stole two bases.
That's so good.
That's never happened before. You're the only one. You stole a base, then you stole it back.
The look on my first base coach's face when he saw me coming back there.
Wow. Oh, dude. I mean, just to have to dive in, just to you have to slide to fix a problem that shouldn't be a problem. Like you're getting back to the original. You could be like, dude, you could just stay here, man, and we wouldn't be going through this. And for you to get all the way to second, and
That's amazing.
that's like, I feel like with you end up. Anybody else, it's like maybe you make it back to first, but you just go back to first, and you're like, well, that was a stupid move. And you're the only one that gets in a battle situation, just trying to get back to the original spot. I mean, it's a full-on real play.
I mean, I went in head first. The ump had to call safe.
Oh, dude, that's unbelievable.
With prices going up just about everything lately, I had to start being smarter with our money. 5 years ago when this podcast started, I could spend whatever I want. But now I'm married, got a kid. I got to be careful. Right. So managing subscriptions, tracking spending, and cutting costs can feel overwhelming. Lucky for us, Rocket Money takes the guesswork out of it so you can easily make smart decisions. Rocket Money's personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Rocket Money's dashboard gives you a clear view of your expenses across all your accounts, easily creates a personalized budget with custom categories to help keep the spending on track. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's premium features.
That's a good deal.
Cancel your unwanted subscription and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/Nate today. That's rocketmoney.com/Nate. rocketmoney.com/Nate.
CJ, Brian has resting confused face. That is true.
Well, let me say, first of all, when Nate's talking, it's not resting.
Yeah.
But I've had this before. When I was a senior in high school, we went on our senior trip to Panama City. It was my first time away from my parents. I was so excited. My friends down there, and we met these girls. I was trying to be so cool, just hanging out. And out of nowhere, one of these girls just goes, "This guy looks worried." And they all start dying laughing. Yeah. And they're like, "Look, he's worried." And the rest of the trip, they called me Worried. That was my nickname, was Worried.
Worried is such a good word to use. Like if they would have said, "This guy looks confused," worried.
I mean, they
unbelievable.
They labeled me that. Yeah.
God.
Oh, man.
Worried is such a good word.
Yeah.
For that situation.
Yeah, women know how to cut to your heart, don't they?
She could have said confused. She could have said
that would have ruined the whole trip for me.
I mean, I still remember it to this day.
He could have
You're
said
just trying to hang out.
I was trying to be so cool by not talking.
This guy looks
worried. Yeah.
And then I hadn't said a
bum
word.
Over here looks worried. Who's he with? You two? And then for them just to call you Worried. God, that's so funny, dude.
I still remember it.
That's like professional stand-up. It's a great. You would try different words,
right?
You would be scared, confused. You would try everything, and Worried. If anybody's like, think about comedy, Worried is just a very funny word, and it's just such a description that it's not a strong person.
And it's a.
It hurts. Like you don't say worried about. Right. He-Man is not worried.
No.
There's soldiers are not worried. Like they're confused. They could be scared. Scared is okay.
Yeah.
Worried is
also not worried about anything in particular. Just worried in general.
That's his general look. And it's coming from guys. You maybe could say that, but from a girl.
Oh
yeah.
And they all laughed. I mean, I was mortified.
Yeah.
Got more worried.
She got super worried.
Yeah. It is self-fulfilling.
Peter Bridge, when Bruce told the story about the woman, I like how it's now just, it's not even.
I can't even find one that calls me by my real name.
Yeah.
I looked.
And it's just how quickly it goes in. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like where it's an obvious, we're making fun of a joke. When Bruce told the story about the woman labeling, it's just like not like a breeze.
Yeah.
When Bruce told the story about the woman labeling him as worried, it quite literally made me pee. Those chicks just totally nailed it. He still gives off the worried vibe. No offense, Bryce. Yeah. Worried is, that's unbelievable, dude. That'd be the name of your album. Worried.
It's the name of my life.
Yeah. You really should. Your next album should be Worried.
My next album.
It's just you're going to have to do one now. The people are going to want to hear it.
Yeah.
Everybody go buy his first album. It's still out there. And, but Worried is a great name for it.
I thought about that story all week.
Ace here, Bilbo's PBS pick is underrated. That's a pretty good choice for one channel.
Thank you.
Bilbo.
I don't know if I should thank them or be insulted.
That Bilbo's that's a crazy name.
Aaron pointed out someone called me Breakfast.
Breakfast is unbelievable. Breakfast is as good as Worried.
Man, so
someone called on this.
I don't think it's on here, but it was in the comments.
Breakfast is unreal, dude.
That's amazing.
That's the best one I've heard. Just to call him, I don't know, is breakfast coming up?
It's got the same amount of syllables as Brian. It's got the BR.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
And it's so ridiculous. Man. Yeah. Breakfast is good. I like how Brickles and Aaron are finding their niche roles in this production. Aaron, the reluctant genius, and Brisket is the self-deprecating setup man. Brigade even smiled and laughed out loud a few times on this one. Wow, we got some life out of Brigade. Breakfast is moving around. Colin Lippert. Brad looks like the substitute teacher that desperately wants the approval of the full-time teachers. That's like a real comment. You look like a substitute teacher that you walk in the teacher's lounge, just like, hey guys, and it's like, hey, and then the real teacher's like, you don't work here full time, man. I know you're here for a while because Miss Miss Smith is going through some stuff.
Yeah.
She's got, because Miss Johnson's going through a divorce and she can't be bothered by teaching. But you don't work here. Love the podcast a lot. Bon and Aaron are amazing and can't wait to see them both grow like you. Bon, what name do you think you're going to make it as? Because it's not going to be Brian. It's going to be something else. Bon, I like.
You like them all.
I like.
That's why this keeps happening, because you encourage it.
I know, but I love. I mean, Bon. Welcome to the stage, everybody. Bon. You say, I mean, you could be dancing somewhere named Bon. Now imagine the disappoint. Everybody, please welcome to the stage, Bon. And then you walk out on stage and like, oh, God. And then some guy's like, just wait. He has to just wait.
All right, so we'll start with the beginning of grocery stores. A little fun fact here. The first self-service grocery store.
This felt like doing a school, when you let they go. All right, everybody. We get Brian Bring. Brian Bates. And then it sounded exactly.
Yeah, you don't like the way I start stuff, I don't think.
Like your stand-up? Like jokes?
Well, that's this. I've read like 3 times on the show, and twice you've called me out on the way I started. So
I don't think I'm good at starting, but you go, okay, here we go.
But yeah, now I'm thinking about my jokes.
Yeah. How do you start your joke? You said, "Hello, folks."
You say folks?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you say folks.
Yeah.
For every joke?
No, when you come out. Hello, folks. And you might say it when you leave. You don't think do you say folks?
I don't think so.
I think you do.
Okay.
Every joke.
Every joke. Hey, that's his thing. That's why people will like it. That's his. And he sells T-shirts in the lobby that say, "Hey, hello, folks." And it's just a picture of him. That's his image. Hello. It's just 7 hands that go like that. Hello, folks. And then he does his act.
And then every joke I start with it again.
Yeah. And there you go. Hello, folks. Then good night, folks. How good did that be, man?
That's so good.
I mean, that's just like that would be like if you're a stand-up comic, you just got pulled out of Lebanon and you didn't know Nashville exists. And then you're like, I've been doing comedy in Lebanon for 15 years. All right, sorry.
I've been to some sad zoos. I haven't been to any really good ones.
What's a sad one?
Yeah.
I went to one in Arkansas that was there's just trash and a lot of trash.
Yeah.
And the saddest part was there's like a penguin exhibit, but it's Arkansas in the summer. So it was just these penguins all huddled up, standing in front of a fan in this exhibit.
Yeah.
It was I was like, why are they here?
How do you say it?
Yeah, what was the exhibit?
It was penguin.
Yeah, it was different. Penguin.
That's how
I say penguin.
I say penguin.
Penguin?
Penguin.
It's-
Maybe that
Look,
sounds
you
like
may be
you sound
right.
like the guy that would run that penguin exhibit. Hey, what do you got going on here?
Penguin.
And this penguin. I got a couple penguins, and put a couple penguins downtown. But the other night, I bought a couple penguins.
I've never penguin.
You would seem like a
Penguin.
guy that someone that says like that sells penguins to zoos that are kind of under the radar.
How are you supposed to say it?
Penguin?
Penguin?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what
It's
I
an
say.
E. Penguin.
Penguin.
You're saying it like an A,
You're saying it like an I.
but I and E can sound the same. Yours should be P-A-N-G.
I mean, you want to
Penguin.
can you look this up? Can you look up the I mean, this might be nobody's interested in this, but now I feel
Look, you may be right.
I don't think so.
March of the Penguins.
I mean, I would like to say if 2 people in this room.
How does Morgan
say-
Freeman say it in March of the Penguins? Penguin
Penguins,
books.
penguin.
Oh, here we go.
Penguin. Hey, you got some. What are you selling? I got a couple penguins in the back of the truck. They're in the ice box. That's how
They're in
in
the
my-
ice box.
they're in the ice box.
I thought
right
usually
now.
Wikipedia shows you like the
It's like-
pronunciation.
Yeah, you could do if you just type in penguin pronunciation on Google, you should be able to
just hear someone say penguin.
oh yeah. Well,
Whoa, you gotta have to go. This is,
I want to hear somebody I want to hear the legit.
one of
yeah.
those said penguin prostitution.
Now you
Did
go.
they not say that?
Let's see. It did.
All right.
Penguin. There it is.
Say it.
Well, yeah. Well, click
Do
that button right to the right of it. Let's hear it. No,
That's to the right.
no, right,
Oh,
directly
man.
to the right of.
I don't.
Click it.
Penguin.
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 Penguin. Penguin. Hey.
We're
She
both
said
here.
it just like I said it.
No.
Penguin.
Penguin.
Penguin. Penguin.
Slow it down.
Slow it.
Yeah. There you go.
Penguin.
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 There you go.
Penguin.
I think we're both thinking we're saying that right.
All right.
And
Go
this
tap
is like
back
a
in.
Yanni Laurel
Yeah.
type
Yeah.
thing.
So you're hearing pang
I'm hearing penguin.
because I'm hearing penguin.
Penguin. I
Penguin.
can't. That's hey. How you doing? What do you got back there? Got a couple penguins. One of them's all white. Is it? I ain't never seen one of
All
those.
white.
It's all white.
white.
One's all white. Doesn't have like that tuxedo jacket on. No, it doesn't have it.
I did a
How'd
podcast.
you get that one? He goes, where's it at? It's in the front with me. It rode up with me in the front. It doesn't get too cold. It doesn't need. It's 95 degrees in Arkansas right now.
Yeah.
Got a couple. How much think a couple penguins? How much they go for? $50. And he goes, I mean, a guy like that wouldn't know how to say. Like he wouldn't know that he can make money off of it. Is he go? How much you want for about those $50? Get on that. You crazy? $50 for a penguin? Couple penguins. One of them's not even the right color. Did he sell? He goes, 25.
Yeah. Anyway.
Penguin.
Penguin. I want some penguins. And then they sell, that's a restaurant. You go, I'll take 2 penguins, 2 penguin burgers. Go type in, when you were typing that stuff in,
Yeah.
X out of the allow. Yeah.
Here.
Go penguin P. Now P. I swear PR.
Yeah. Penguin
What is that?
prostitution.
I don't know what this. We're not sure what this is. Oh, it's a thing.
Penguin prostitution.
Oh, they want rocks more than sex.
Do penguins have? Oh, we shouldn't be talking.
oh,
This
gosh.
is inappropriate.
Yeah.
This is.
What did
This
you?
podcast is off the
I mean,
rails
this
already.
is- I mean, what happened?
I mean, that's the best thing you could hope. What did you think was going to be? The guy in Wilkes-Barre down the alley?
I thought it could be something that has nothing to do with penguins. I honestly thought it would be like that's what they call some other thing, and then penguins are nothing,
It's penguin.
but it's straight up penguin. We got penguin problems. How much you want to? I love a guy selling that. Got a couple of penguins in the back. One's all black. Doesn't have any white. Feet are blue. Is it? Let me see it. Let me see. Is you kidding me right now? I'm trying to start my own zoo, and I'd love some penguins. Is the thing that I think set us over the top. I mean, I think that's what the guy says that wants to. Because if I get a couple of penguins, I think we'll be just right. I charge $8 to get in that place. Get a couple penguins.
I love that. The official pronunciation is how I was saying it. It was, just let that for the record.
All right.
All right.
So that's your worst?
Yeah, I don't even remember. Yeah, that was it.
The
The Arkansas one.
is the place that had a penguin exhibit.
I want to believe in aliens because it shows that some civilization didn't blow themselves up and were able to get out in space and have some fun. Is that a hopeful thing?
Yeah. Yeah. So there should be other civilian stations that the planets blew themselves up.
Yes.
Is that what they think?
I think that
Did you say civilian stations?
Yeah, civilian. I got
One
a broken word up in
it's one big happy civilian station.
I mean,
You're trying to say civilization?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It blew me away. I was like, civilian station.
And you want people to take us
You're all right, man?
seriously. How are they going to take us seriously?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't think they're.
Oh, boy.
Maybe they. But I hope something is called civilian station. That's what Earth is called. We are a station for civilians.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Drop off point.
I think I'm ahead of the game. I feel like an alien talking to dumb humans a lot. because people make fun of what I say, and I'm like, and I always just go, "You're C. You're going to one day use this civilian station."
A lot of weeks in the comments, the next week someone will say Nate was actually right. He's ahead of his time
There's
somehow.
no such thing as civilization.
Yeah.
It's a conspiracy.
Is there been other civilizations?
Sniveling nation.
Is there been other civilian stations?
We've had
Is that? I don't think that's that's not a
critical-
crazy question.
critical comedy reaction.
Is there?
It's a meltdown.
In all seriousness, though, is there? So there's been other civilian stations. That's what we're going to call other planets, where civilians have lived, is what they say, and they're gone.
I would think
The argument the argument is the reason we've never found in all our vast searching
I'm sorry.
success.
Aaron may need
Now
to
we're
step
just happy
out.
to see some life out of it.
That's so funny.
The argument is in all our searching of all the cosmos, one argument is maybe because they've long since destroyed themselves. And they advance like we do with nuclear weapons or some sort, and then they eventually just kill themselves.
And so all right.
Aaron's done.
Civilian stations. It's that's what we're going to call this episode. Don't you think that's a good? That's how to describe Earth.
Nobody's ever made that mistake.
The driveling vacation.
Civilization. I just kind of stopped. It was like
He was at the breaking point, and that was just the shove he needed.
It was like I was walking down a road. I looked the other way, and then I go, where was I? And I was still in the same word when all that happened.
It gets
So
better.
I said,
and better.
civilian.
Wait till
station,
you're 60.
Civilian nation.
Things come out of your mouth you don't even know.
It's not my
why.
fault. I was taught by humans. All right. So traveling is a big deal. It's a big deal during the holidays. What is it the most? Do you know like the most?
Most traveled Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Why
Generally.
is Thanksgiving? I guess Santa
Yes.
Claus travels. So Santa's got to come to your home. So that's,
Yeah, people with kids, they want to stay home to do
same.
that. But Thanksgiving's more of a go see the.
It's also a secular holiday, so everybody, all Americans celebrate it, I feel like.
Yeah. It's a big word, man.
But
Uh,
I thought you were going to argue that's why Thanksgiving's more travel.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's why Thanksgiving is more
would
travel.
you say that word just at your dinner table with your family?
Secular?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on the
Would
conversation.
that be the conversation that comes up?
Maybe,
And
man.
you go, it's my favorite secular holiday. And your family would you come from a smart family though, right? So you guys probably you do
I
like
guess I
science
remember using
experience and stuff.
that because my parents would made us go to mass on Thanksgiving sometimes, and I remember being like, "Come on, this is a secular holiday, dude. This isn't even."
You would say that in an argument
oh yeah,
to your
like, come on,
parents.
this is a secular holiday. What are we can't.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, church and state. Come on.
I mean, you're kidding. I mean, wow, dude. Wow.
Yeah.
Did you have a lab coat on? I mean, did you use it in, I mean, I don't, yeah. My family, we just clap at each other. We make noises.
They're like monkeys.
We're like, yeah. We're just,
They throw things,
they
call each
throw
other idiots.
things, yeah. We're the idiot family. And we just,
Yeah.
just stomp on the ground when you want something. It's like how horses talk to each other. That's what goes on in our family. You just walk in,
Mhm.
just hear noises. You listen to the well sounds. You're like, no, my mom's cooking some. We're not using secular. I can tell you that right now. If I threw that around my family, we'd all be like, oh, all right. Whoa, someone's taking some online classes somewhere, aren't we?
But there's no mention of when Jesus was born in the Bible.
Yeah, isn't it supposedly? The people just think it's July, right? I always
I've heard
July.
some people
Spring,
think
yeah.
spring or summer.
But they weren't
Yeah.
using a Gregorian calendar back then.
No.
right?
Yeah.
So who knows what timing?
No. So
Would y'all use a Gregorian calendar too? Would y'all do that a lot?
That's the calendar that we all use, is the Gregorian calendar, right?
But would those words? I mean, I just would love to be that. Like you bring your girlfriend over like from high school and you go, my family, it's great. Thanks for coming. And then it's, it's like, it's like, hey, how you doing? What's your favorite secular holiday? On the Gregorian calendar, obviously. And then the girl's like, what? That's the word you guys are you just run her off. It wouldn't be fire. I mean, I would almost say lever.
A lever.
Like a pulley or a lever, maybe.
Like a fulcrum.
What?
Like
what's a fulcrum?
Like a seesaw thing.
Oh yeah,
that kind of.
Is that what they say? Is that
fulcrum,
what you said?
Fulcrum be the thing in the middle.
Is that what you say when you go ride as a kid? You're just a fun kid. You guys want to go fulcrum? And everybody's like, oh god. That's why. Do you remember riding the fulcrum a lot alone? Is it because that's how you described a lot of stuff? Hey, do you guys want to go ride the fulcrum? And they go, I don't,
Anybody want a fulcrum?
We're going to just swing.
That is what it is, right? Anyway.
All right. Kyle M. Dear Nathaniel, I am a teacher in China, and I can't go one more day without you using the word good as an adverb. The correct word is well. I've heard 5-year-old Chinese kids speak better than you. One of them even has a guided horse. Perhaps Bridle Path should be catching these. Where, Kyle? Well, Kyle. How about I tell you, not really sure what an adverb is. So how does that make you feel?
He gave an example here.
I didn't even pick up on it. Where was the
underneath it? Here's where it says, "Here's an example."
Oh, I read. Oh, here's an example. Incorrect. He plays golf good. Correct. He plays golf well. Look, I'm not an adverb guy, and I don't talk about adverbs. I don't think I've ever talked about them.
He thinks a pronoun's a noun that gets
I say good.
paid to be in a
good.
sentence.
I say good a lot, but I will say I do know that when I'm saying good, that it's a lot of times it's not good. But I do it. It's saying it different, which sticks out. I'm in a job of words, so he plays golf well. I'm not going to talk like that. That doesn't fit. It's funnier when I say it's good. Good is what's funnier.
Yeah,
that's what's funny. If it gets under your skin, that means it's probably a better way of being funnier.
Mm-hmm.
All your Chinese kids, you're not going to make it in comedy if they talk to them a little bit. I'm sure they speak better than me. But we're not competing for the same jobs. Good on them. He spoke well. Court gestures.
Yeah, we spent 15 minutes on rolling the farter, and then we were just like, and the Crusades happened. Ugh.
Oh, wow, that seemed like a tough time.
Court what?
Court gestures. How do you say it? Gestures?
You got called out a lot from people.
Oh.
Gestures.
Gestures.
Yeah.
Gestures.
You say gestures.
Like I say like Chester? Like Chester drawers?
No, like.
Do you think that's who invented them? Court jester, and then in Chester drawers, and he goes, I'll just change it to CH, and then didn't even notice. We're going to sell Chester drawers on our website. What do you mean? Jester is not like, I'm putting an H in there.
Yeah, you're saying it like, oh, that was a nice gesture.
Gesture.
But it's just her.
Just her. Like just her.
Just her.
Just her?
Just her.
Who's in there? Just her. She's in there alone.
That's closer.
Court jester. Just her.
The court
so I should say just her.
That's closer than gesture.
Court jester. That's better. Just her in court. Chris, I mean, yeah, those words I have trouble. Like when there's,
those words.
Like there's a collision of sounds right in the middle of them. I have a tough time. When there's a car wreck of noise in the middle of a word, I have a bit of a trouble.
Now, we should address this up top. You say the word a little funny.
Oh, I do?
Yeah. What do you call so a poet would write a
poem?
I don't even know how I say it now.
Poem. That's crazy, dude.
Nah.
Oh, I say it with one syllable and it's two?
No, you say poem.
Okay. I don't know what I say now.
It's a poem.
Poem, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the country coming out.
We
But it's two syllables.
Talking about poetry. It's like
It's two syllables, right?
poem. Yeah,
And I say it with one.
poem.
Plus some other stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, this is going to be a long episode for me since I say it incorrectly because I got a lot here
I'm
about
sorry,
poems.
but I just feel like we needed to call it out.
Okay, so I say poetry.
I'm good.
Why are you hitting it so hard when you say?
That's how I say it.
Okay.
Well, tell me how to say that.
Keep going. No, just try it again.
I'll just do it my way, okay?
Just try it again. Yeah.
Try it again. I'm going to say it the same way. Poetry. Well, what's going on?
No, it's just that we talked about it for so long, and then you hit it so hard. You hit it so hard.
Point. You gotta run a point. That's crazy. All right, sorry, Brian.
It's all
sorry,
right.
dude.
I'll
get it together. Just avoid saying it however you can. It's gonna be tough because I know it's the topic, but just try to avoid it.
Boy, yeah, that word's in here a lot.
It's coming up a lot, huh?
Oh boy. All right, let me just give Dusty a second.
No, I'm good.
No. We're good. We're back.
My stomach hurts though.
A poem. Is it better? Poem. I
like poem. Oh, God.
Yeah, really separate the syllables like that too. Poem. Yeah. You
Poem?
got it. Yeah, you're great. You're
A
great.
poem?
I'm used to it now.
A poem.
Okay. All right.
A poem
is what? Finish the sentence.
Well, okay, I'll just keep
finish
going.
the
All right.
sentence, dude.
It's a piece of writing that, in contrast to prose, primarily aims to evoke emotion in readers and listeners. Poems.
My dogman story. In 2006 in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, me, my brother, and two friends were walking in the back of an unfinished neighborhood in the black man community. Blackman. That sounds much better than that, man. I mean, that sounds...
You're like, where's this
Yeah,
going?
I was like, oh my God. That's crazy. Unfinished neighborhood in the black man community. Like, oh, what is this podcast? That's great. How you say that is super important. That's a very important. I should have got some heads up. I should have been briefed before we got to that one. Maria Alvarez, shout out from a stenographer. It's when the words like come around the corner and surprise me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's I don't know they're there, and it's like I just get the stenographer.
There you go.
Well, I know, but it's honestly it's the word just is like I don't know.
That's a word you don't see written very often.
Oh, Aaron.
You know?
No, it's whole job
Come
is
on.
writing it, but they just say it. Yeah, it kind of surprised me. That's how I look at it. If I don't know a word, just understand that's what it is. Onomatopoeia is actually not that hard of a word to say. And I bet if you look at it, you'd be like, oh no, I don't know. Onomatopoeia. It kind of just finishes itself. Matt Oregon, my 10th grade English teacher taught us that onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is the second most rhythmical rhythm. What is that word? Golly.
Rhythmical.
Onomatopoeia is the second most rhythmical. That felt like I was like trying to jump over and not fall in the water during that word. Rhythmical. Like I just go like trying to cross a creek and not get my feet wet. You got to kind of, the last one's a little bit farther. I'm like, I'll get there.
The first iPhone came out in 2007. Steve Jobs made a prank call order of 4,000 lattes to a nearby Starbucks.
That was the first call.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I remember that.
And then
I watched that live.
Really? So you knew it was
that
coming.
keynote. Yeah.
He called. He was doing a keynote, and then
He showed. It was the first time I remember being amazed by a piece of technology when he scrolled on the iPhone for the first time, just on the screen. I remember gasping.
Not
I was
air
watching it
conditioning?
with my sister. Yeah, I grew up with air conditioning.
Yeah.
I didn't. I remember. You probably remember getting it, but I grew up with it.
So when you saw that, you go,
I did.
gasped.
I mean, it was unlike anything you'd ever seen.
Mhm.
This guy's touching a screen
Yeah, I don't
and
know.
flipping it up.
I
I
mean,
mean,
like gasping, like you've seen that. I mean, like you're watching.
what? Just nothing impresses you? You just go.
I don't know if I'm gonna be
FaceTime?
sitting. You're watching on a television at home. You're not watching Houdini in a town square in the 1800s. You tell me, as a 10-year-old Aaron Weber in your living room, you go, oh, he scrolled on the screen, and then your family came running
If
in.
you watch you can watch the video of that. The crowd gasps as it happens.
I mean, maybe in the room, and like I get, but you're saying in your living room on your television.
How old were you?
When did this happen?
2007.
2007.
16?
Yeah, 15, when they 15, 16.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
What's the matter? What's the matter? Are you gasping? Another grown man on TV scrolling. I'm not saying I'm not wowed by things,
Yeah.
but I don't know if I'm gasping. I don't know if I've gasped at anything.
You've never gasped?
I don't think so.
I mean, it wasn't like I wasn't.
Oh,
It wasn't
God.
embarrassing. It was
What
just like
was that?
I was just like, oh wow.
Wow. Mama. You said they ain't gonna do it, but they did it, Mama. He's swiping on the screen. Did you start swiping on your TV and just go, is it gonna move? That's how you changed the channel on your TV. You just started like rubbing on the screen.
Summer is in full swing, and boy, is it hot out there. And being out and about is the vibe. You know what can ruin the vibe? Bad
What?
socks.
Oh.
Bad socks and blisters. Bombas makes socks that keep up with whatever your summer looks like, whether you're running a marathon or just a few errands.
A few errands.
Bombas is not just socks either. They got fresh white tees you barely have to break in, waterproof slides for the beach, backyard, and everywhere in between, and buttery, soft, sweat-wicking underwear that feels barely there. Buttery seems like a name for a nickname for you. Buttery Bates.
Yeah.
They even make socks that can make international flights bearable. Yeah, we're talking Bombas compression socks to help curb aches and keep those legs energized for all the sightseeing ahead.
Wow.
Best of all, they don't just feel good, they do good. One purchase equals one donated. One purchased equals one donated to someone who needs it. What a great company. You get amazing quality products knowing you are also giving back to the community. Head over to bombas.com/Nate and use code Nate for 20% off your first purchase. That's bombas.com/Nate, code Nate at checkout. Bombas.com/Nate and use code Nate. Nate. You guessed it. Nate, baby. My voice went out on me at the end. In mid.
I wonder if they make as much though as a professor.
For that one class?
Yeah, I mean you get paid class by class if you really
But
break
if they're
it
like a
down.
celebrity, they might get paid more, right?
Yeah. Who are you,
You know?
talking to?
No, he was nodding
Oh.
no, answering our questions.
I mean, Aaron started his own podcast within the podcast. He's over here. What is going on?
Look at 3 feet
He's
to the
just,
left.
my goodness. Everybody, please welcome to listen to Aaronland. When does it air? Airs during Nateland. Sorry. I didn't know you guys were going to do something together. Just give me
He
a
was
heads up.
He was answering the question. I'm sorry about that, man.
Somehow I missed out that boy bands weren't cool if you're a guy. Because New Edition,
Yeah.
they were a big thing, but that's the only boy. And then before my senior year of high school, right before we started back, me and my buddy went to the New Kids on the Block concert. And we didn't realize that that's not cool for guys.
Yeah.
So I bought a T-shirt at Starwood Amphitheater to wear to school my first day of my senior year. And
Big statement.
well, people
the
quickly
gate.
let me know. It kind of, yeah, I brought it for a visual.
Yeah.
I wore this shirt to school first day of my senior year, and it didn't go over well. Guys quickly let me know this.
I mean,
That's not cool.
Look like an improv troupe.
Yeah.
You know?
There, you would be. What did you tell them? They do a concert. You're like, no, I stole it from some girl. That would be what you should have. You would be like, all right, that's cool.
I beat up a girl and
Beat
took
up a
her
girl.
shirt.
I mean, I was so proud of it. It took like third period of people just like, what are you doing, man? Before I realized this was a huge mistake.
And you have to wear it
All day.
all day.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I couldn't go home.
Yeah.
Could
So-
you turn it on its head and be like, it's hilarious that I'm wearing
I
this.
could have if I was
Yeah.
smart, but no.
Yeah.
It took
If
me
we
half
had
the day
a-
to realize
I think if we
it's
had a
not
time
cool.
machine, we could go back and fix it. But you're kind of past the point of. Don't you think you could have done it? Yeah, I could have done a lot of stuff. Could have
There's a lot of stuff I could
Owned
have done
it.
differently.
a little bit more.
I went up to a guy in high school and asked for his autograph.
Wait, what? Wait. Who? Who was it?
That was
God.
he didn't go to my high school.
Were you in high school?
I was like a freshman in high school, and I was the biggest sports fan in the world. And I read like every Street and Smith college basketball magazine from cover to cover. And they listed the top high school players coming out. And a guy named Carlos Groves played at East Robertson High School. And he got recruited by Tennessee. And he was in my magazine. And I was so excited that he came to our high school to play. He was like a celebrity that I went up to him and had him autograph my magazine.
Yeah.
And his buddies were like teasing him.
Yeah.
You know, like what?
Yeah.
It would almost be like if somebody came up to me now, like it was just ridiculous every way around. Like he was embarrassed. I'm the only one not embarrassed at the time.
Yeah.
Everybody else is like, what is going on here? And they just teased him about it.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris Radcliffe. Nate, the worst word I butchered while reading out loud was horse divorce.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
I pronounced it as ours devours. And probably got ridiculed by my friends. I'm curious how you are pronouncing it right now. I said horse divorce. So,
A horse divorce.
a horse divorce. It's been happening a lot around here. Horse divorces. What if you get a lawyer? That looks like a business card. Should be that. What do? I do horse divorces. And then he goes, oh,
Specialized.
you specialize in horse divorces? Do they get divorced a lot? More than you think. Imagine what do you think it is? And you go, I think it's 0. And he goes, it's every one of them. There's not one horse that I've met that stays long with his running mate.
They're all so unhappy.
They're all so unhappy. And I deal with horse divorces. I got more than I want. And then someone comes over and gives him some caviar and he goes, oh, thank you. Because that's what they'd be serving at a horse divorce party.
Upscale.
Upscale. Upscale hours devours. You know, if you don't say, what is it? Hors
d'oeuvres.
d'oeuvres. How did they get to that?
I know.
Do you think anybody says that word correctly the first time they see it?
There's not a chance.
Yeah.
And even if you know it, you don't see that in your head when you say hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
You know, nobody does.
Horse.
You about to say, Brian?
I was going to say, I can see how he would hours devours. I could kind of see that leap. Horse
Horse-
divorce is a little more of a leap, but
Horse devours. I guess Duvrays. I could have said horse du ouvre. Horse Duvrays. Excuse me, would you like any horse Duvrays, please? Oh, I will. You know what? I don't mind if I do.
Just picturing you as a waiter at like a fancy event, walking around, some pigs in a blanket. Can I tempt you with some
Some,
horse divorce?
Divorce. What's that? Horse divorce.
This is horse?
This is horse. No. It's pigs in the blanket. What's the matter?
You don't need
Come
any
on.
cutlery for this.
What's the matter? You don't need any. Yeah.
Cutlery.
Cutlery. You don't need cutlery for this. This is horse divorce. What do we got going here? You know, this is civilization. What is it? Just add every. You can almost make that a whole sentence.
Yeah.
Horse divorce, cutlery, and
Validity. What was it you said?
yeah,
Validity.
yeah. That's begun. What's that? What's the Mary Poppins song? Super. I knew I was saying it wrong, but I thought that one I knew. I was like, for some reason the right words weren't coming, and then I thought, well, let's just see what words.
Let's get to the docious part at the end.
Yeah,
The docious.
Yeah. Horse divorce. Just seeing a horse in court. He just sits there, both.
I don't even want to look at it.
Every judge. Why's the long face? All right. He goes, he loves it every time.
Yeah.
He goes, all right. All right. I always start like that. What's the problem? And she doesn't want to be near me anymore. He goes, a lot of jokes like that. There you go. That's what the lawyers have a good time. It's a fun place to be. At a horse divorce, to go in there.
Horse divorce court.
Horse divorce court. And to go in there and they bring in the
ponies.
the ponies. And they're just sitting there and they go, yeah, yeah. And then they and they're branding them. Get back. And you go, golly. One shows up with a bunch of brands all over him, and you're like, "Oh boy, this one's trouble." Look at all the brands he's got. He's got a bunch. He's all branded up. Rachel Kane, the amount of misfortune that happens in Brian's life. I need a reality show, please. Someone just follow this man with a camera, keeping up with the Kardashians. Would have nothing on bad luck, Brian.
Can I address this?
Breaking Brian. That's what we call it, Breaking Brian. Yeah.
I admit I've had my share of embarrassing moments. I mean, I may be having a stroke right now.
Yeah.
But I also turned 50 today. So you live that long, you're going to have some embarrassing moments.
Yeah.
And as comics, we share them.
Yeah.
And that's what makes them funny.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so I hope they don't really think, I feel like I'm the luckiest person in the world.
Yeah.
I got great friends, present company not included. A great job. I get to do what I love.
Yeah.
I got a great wife.
Yeah.
I got a baby on the way. I got a lot to be thankful for.
You don't have a baby on the way.
I do.
Do
you really?
Yep.
Are you kidding?
Are you kidding, dude?
Get out of
That's
town,
crazy.
man. There we go. That's awesome, man.
Congrats, dude.
Congrats,
That's
buddy.
unreal, dude.
Thank you.
That's so great.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Golly. That's crazy, dude.
Oh, man.
I thought you were just joking.
I got a lot to be thankful for. Nope.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm very serious.
We'll get to the bottom of this stroke stuff a little bit quicker than we think.
I
We
know.
can figure it out.
Got to get it figured out. Got to be healthy for
Yeah.
a baby.
I know.
Wow.
Dude, far along is she?
She's already
Yeah.
in second trimester.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, at our age, we wanted to really wait and make sure
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
everything was good. But
Yeah.
we feel like now we're at the point where we can tell people.
Yeah.
So,
That's
yeah.
so great,
Oh,
man.
man.
Little girl.
A girl?
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So we're so excited.
There's your mom
She was thrilled.
Yeah.
She just couldn't believe it. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So we're all so excited.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody thought you were going to have a kid.
My
I'm
mom-
sure y'all didn't think you were.
No, we didn't. And, it's not easy at our age, but
Yeah.
things happen. It's a miracle. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're doing it.
Yeah.
Wow, dude. Congratulations, man.
If you're the praying type, I ask for continued prayers for
Yeah.
a healthy baby
Yeah.
and that I'm not having a stroke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do the baby first. We're going to rank it in order, like the way the prayers ranking, like where people in states, and they go, well, Alaska does, they did the stroke first, but most of the other country did the baby first. At the end of the episode, I watched after the sign off as Nate walked to breakfast and I expected him to give him a hug or something after breakfast is big news. Instead, he reached over and grabbed some Sour Patch Kids. Typical Nate. Keep up the good work.
That's so funny.
That was good.
Yeah.
We've hugged. I don't think we did. Did we hug? I think we.
No,
Not much.
it's very funny. I'm going to pull that up. I want you to watch.
No, I think we. Oh yeah.
I want you to watch.
I think we.
It'll
have
take a
hugged.
second,
We've
but
hugged occasionally when you got married.
Yep.
When this baby's born.
I mean, the fact that you guys are having to argue about it just proves it's not.
I just wish we hugged more. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's a point. I hug. There's my buddy Dan Chackey. We never would shake hands when we would leave because it'd be like we're about to see each. You know, it's like sometimes it's like it can be. You're like, what are we doing?
Right.
You know, but I like hugging. But when you're around someone all the time, I'm not hugging.
Here we go.
Here's the end. So you get up. Brian just made the good. It looks like you're about to get up. Hey man,
Here we go.
Congratulations, dude.
Oh. And priorities.
Yeah.
So there's a regional in Pittsburgh, and it's not in the city, but the Saturday, a group of little people were like, let's go and see downtown Pittsburgh. So this one girl, she has a new minivan. All right. We're all little people. Her dad just bought this brand new, beautiful minivan, accessible van, very expensive. So we go into downtown Pittsburgh and everyone's drinking, and I'm not because, it's early and I was just tired.
Yeah.
So the girl whose minivan it is, she only had like one beer, but she was like, I probably shouldn't drive. I was like, I'll drive, I'm fine, And so now we're on the 4th floor of a parking garage that is on a very heavy, steep incline, okay? 4th floor down. And so I get in very confident, okay? I'm a good driver. And I start the car and I put my foot on the brake now and I put it in reverse. Now what happens is the pedal extension falls off the brake.
So you have to you put an extension on. So obviously
I drive with pedal extension. So it's like a regular pedal, but there's 2 extended bars that attach to the pedals.
Yeah.
One on the gas, one on the brake. So when I put the car in reverse and I put my foot on the brake, I don't know how, but my foot just knocks that brake pedal off. So now all of a sudden, within a second, we are just full speed going backwards down on the 4th floor, and there's a guardrail where we could just go over 5 little people in this minivan. We're just dead. So real instinct, I'm like, look, I got to save us. So I just start hitting cars on the way. Boom, 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 boom. I'm slowing us down, and I hit 7 cars. And now I get out, and she is just like, I cannot believe this. This is the brand new minivan my family has been saving for. And I just hit 7 cars. I smashed. So now we have to just sit there and wait to tell all these people that I, along with these other 5 innocent little people, just smashed and destroyed all these cars.
I mean, just so many people walking out, like 7 people. Like possibly 15 people are walking out, and you're like, how you doing? Did you park on the 4th floor? You got to ask him. They're like, yeah. All right, well, we probably got some news for you.
And then we got to get back to the hotel later because this is the convention.
Yeah.
And that's like the talk of the conference. Every little person knows what happens. Like everyone's mad. This family has been saving up for this minivan. And this is years ago. We're talking about 15 years ago. But I actually saw that girl. I see her all the time. But a couple years ago, she's like, we're still paying off for that.
I told you the story about going to have a spot removed from my face, and they told me to put on a hospital gown, and I've never been in the hospital.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if you're supposed to take your clothes off or not. So for some reason in my head, I thought it'll look dumber if I still have my clothes on when they come with the gown.
You have jeans on.
So I just started stripping down, and right when I just get down to the nurse knocks on the door, and I was like, just a minute. And she's like, it's just me, hon. And I was thinking, man, we just met.
Yeah.
And she comes on in with an intern.
Yeah.
And I'm just whatever. She's like, oh, you didn't have to take your bottoms off, hon.
Yeah.
So
Where
this-
was your spot getting removed?
right here.
Next to your eye. Next to your eye. Yeah.
So then she has to leave the room, and I have to completely put all my clothes back on, and then the gown on.
Why? Why did you have to put the gown on to begin with?
To just keep blood from getting on me because
Yeah.
that I completely stripped down.
Took your jeans off.
I took everything off.
I mean, you're in
my
like-
socks are off.
Yeah. It's like a normal doctor's office. Like they're going like, yeah, we don't do stuff like this, man. Like you had,
She had an intern with her.
yeah. Good night. Walks in. Did they laugh?
I think they were more startled than anything. But then I have to put it all back on, and then he comes in with her and the
Yeah.
intern, and I'm just like, I know they've been out there talking about me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Everybody
still are.
talked about you. Yeah. Oh, everybody.
Yeah.
That was like, and they went home.
The guy in 431
Yeah.
took all his clothes
Yeah.
off.
Oh, good. He looks like he would have. That's what they-
They know immediately who you're talking.
Yeah.
Don't tell me. Let me guess.
My wallet's gone. My wallet's gone.
I mean,
God, they make you really study when you sell peanut butter, huh?
yeah, I mean, you know, you don't
People
just,
ask these questions.
you don't just don't go selling it.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what's happening.
Right. You show up at somebody's doorstep, you better know your stuff.
Yeah,
I think
it's not-
nowadays-
there was no doorsteps.
I know.
Man. I don't
Yeah.
know. It wasn't like, it wasn't
It was in
selling
a
Girl
suburb.
Scout cookies or
Yeah.
something, man. Or the,
Encyclopedias.
Yeah.
peanut butter.
Yeah.
Come on, I had big accounts.
Big
Aaron.
accounts. You tie the horse up to the thing. You
I had,
walk
like,
inside.
Kroger. You know, like I had,
Ooh.
yeah.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay,
Wow.
all right.
God.
My bad, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I'm sorry.
You're kind of belittling what I did.
You got to talk Kroger into buying peanut butter. They were an anti-peanut butter. Go ahead.
No. Now you sound like my dad.
Okay.
Who was like, he, you know, I always had a hard time explaining the job. It was a good job.
Yeah.
It was like paid a lot, and it was a competitive job to get. But my dad was like, well, you know, you're not really in sales. I'm like, yeah, I am. You know, he's like, well, I've been going to the grocery store for 60 years, and they've always had Jif peanut butter.
Yeah.
What do they need you for? I'm like, it's not about like whether they carry it
Yeah.
or not. It's about how much they sell to their consumer. And there's all kinds of things, dials and switches I
Yeah.
can move to help them sell more. And he'd still be like, yeah, you're not in sales. You
Like
know,
the display and such.
display's a big display. Will influence
Shelf
sales.
placement.
Shelf placement is another.
Yeah.
Shelf placement is another.
You want to be eye level?
You'd like to be eye level.
Yeah.
You'd like to be. You like to have a block. You'd like to have a real nice block. I don't know why that's funny, Nate. I'm telling
It
you,
is.
this is important
Yeah.
stuff here. You know,
He said you liked it.
Yeah.
Like it's just such a serious. Like if I felt like I was interviewing to be a peanut. I go, so we want to be eye level. You like to be.
Yeah, but
Don't expect to be eye level.
you're not just gonna walk in there
You're
and
not
be eye
walking-
level. You
yeah.
just walk in and say,
You
you're
go.
eye level. No.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're a new kid on the block. Don't think they're gonna try to throw you
You
at the
show
bottom.
up the first day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and I saw it in a lot of different places. I
Yeah.
mean, Jif, we were brand leader. Usually we
Yeah.
were. If you walk into a store today and you see Jif on the bottom shelf, somebody did something to make somebody angry.
Yeah.
Okay?
Interesting.
Yeah. Now, Pringles, that was a whole, we were, you know.
You sold Pringles too.
Yeah, I sold Pringles.
So you got out of peanut butter.
No,
Oh, same. They were the same
company.
company.
I sold,
Yeah.
I sold Pringles, Jif, Duncan Hines.
Well,
Is
I
Pringles
mean, this
considered
is
a potato chip?
It is. You're selling very easy. You're selling things that
It's
are
not easy, Nate.
I mean,
It's not-
these are. I think I'm on your dad's team.
I know,
And
it's-
you're selling stuff that's like I don't know. You're
I
like,
swear I went through this.
the things that I have to have.
Yeah.
I went through this, but I was like,
That's like being like you're selling cocaine.
No,
You're
it's-
like,
it's-
it goes pretty good. People really like it.
No.
And you go, oh, is it hard to do?
no, I had competitors. You go up against Skippy and see how well you do. All right.
Jif is the main. Jif is the main.
It is
one.
the main, but it got there through
Because
guys
of
like
him.
me.
Because of him. Boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoe leather and
Yeah.
knuckles.
And now we know who to thank. Yeah.
Okay.
When I started, Jif is spelled with a G. Y'all are like the Moneyball chip. Like y'all were.
Yeah.
You're like Moneyball in baseball. Like
Yeah.
you're you first ones use analytics.
There's rich
did,
companies and there's poor companies.
yeah,
and there's
yeah.
50 feet of crap. And then there's Pringles.
Wait a minute, man. No. We weren't that. That, you know, we were a
Was Pizzalicious a big deal for y'all? Was
I
it
think
like
Pizza Lich is slated right in at like a number 5 in our flavor lineup. Here's the thing, and it's a secret. The red can original, that you're doing about 80% of the volume in that red can. I don't know what's funny about this. I mean, this is important stuff. It's
number 5 in the flavor lineup.
Yeah.
So what is that?
Which they probably had it slated at a 9 when they probably thought it was coming in at a 9. You had red can original as 80% of the business.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you had what we called right crisp. Couldn't call it light. We did call it light, and then they said we couldn't because it wasn't low fat enough back then. So we had to call it right crisp. It was in a silver can. That was usually the number 2.
So y'all didn't think about making the chip healthier. You just said we'll just change the name a little bit.
I mean, it was healthier.
Yeah, it was
healthier. I mean, just not enough.
Yeah, not enough.
Not enough.
When's it?
I still think it was a smart choice. I mean, and then the green can sour cream and onion. That's a solid flavor. And then Cheesums. Yeah. Cheesums was probably a number 4. And I'll tell you, I lose sleep over it even today. We never got the barbecue product right.
Yeah.
We never got our fair share of the barbecue business. We didn't. And that's a
big
deal in chips. A huge deal in chips.
I go barbecue a lot. I go barbecue probably the most I would go of something.
And it's Lay's barbecue, right?
Do you eat barbecue Pringles?
No.
You don't?
No. That's true.
That's on us, man.
That is
on us. That's not on you. That's not
the fact that you guys own.
I mean, I own up to it.
You own up to it. I will go do more. You have barbecue Pringles.
Yeah.
This is the 100th episode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
Did you think we'd make it
to 100?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I thought of it.
You didn't think we'd make it.
Yeah.
Brian and I.
Yeah.
You knew you'd get here.
When I look at both of y'all, I think, golly, how did y'all slip by me for 100 episodes? No, I don't know if I thought, I don't know. I don't know what I thought when we started it, but it's, every time I go to shows, people come up, they listen to it, they love it. It is fun to do. So it's great. And I love that. I love how much people are listening to it. And so it's fun. 100 episodes. Yeah. So with 100 episodes, we are going to change up something a little bit. And Bates, here you go. You move up to my role, Bates. I'm in your role. Let's switch. People voted and they wanted more Brian. So we're going to change it up, and we're adding a 4th co-host.
Oh, man.
So it'll be 4 of us. I know people, we've mentioned stuff like that. I think it's fun. I'm excited about it. It's just another comic, someone that's funny that I think fits very well with us. I believe we have him blurred out right now. And if if you're at home, you're trying to guess, you can pause it. If you want to pause it and try to take a shot. You think they could? I don't know. Who's going to guess?
He's appeared on the show before.
Aaron, do you want to take a guess? Would you have any idea?
Yeah, I got pretty good clue.
Well, he's blurred out, Aaron. So how could you see him?
Can I guess?
Why did you took that like it was a real beating? I thought we were going to go play long, and then you made it sound like I really just yelled at you.
Oh yeah, I was a cower over here in the corner.
You go, I'm sorry.
Yeah, my bad, dude. Yeah.
Huh?
Can I guess?
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's the guy that used to work with your sister, who's the Bigfoot expert.
He is. It is. We brought him in because he was great.
He was amazing.
Welcome to Nateland. Dusty Slay.
All right. We're having a good time.
Having a good time.
Wow, that build up really had me. You know what I mean? Like I was more nervous about that build up than going on shows.
Yeah. Well, I think we're big fans, obviously, and I think you fit well with us. You grew up poorer than all of us, which is nice.
Yeah, bring in a real poor aspect to this.
Yeah.
A lot of money floating around this table.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have money. Aaron comes from a pretty wealthy family.
That's right.
Yeah, big time.
He comes from Royals.
Yes.
And then, me and Bates wanted to be able to punch down, and we were like, well, who could we get?
Yes.
Dusty was in a trailer park.
That's right.
I brought food stamps with me this time around just to pass out, just so you knew what they looked like.
That's how we're paying them.
I am going to be in the Denver area in just a few weeks. I'm excited to go see a Rockies game at Coors Field.
America's best baseball team.
It's awesome. Well, It's one of the best places to watch a game. It's awesome out there, which is why I want to give a shout out to today's sponsor, one of them, SeatGeek. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app. It's the place to get tickets. That's where I'm going to get tickets to this game. It's not just sports, though. They have over 70,000 events listed, concerts, sports, festivals, and more. Right now, you can get tickets to the Lumineers, Lady Gaga, Post Malone, and more. I love using SeatGeek. I got the app pulled up right on my phone. You can get a nice seat map of whatever event you're looking at. Wow. It's all color-coded, so if it's green, then that's a good deal.
Green means go.
Get you a green. If it's red, they go, you probably hold off because that's a bad deal.
Aaron, I think that's the field that's green. I think you may be looking at it wrong.
No, Brian, what happens is you don't have good eyesight. The seats are color-coded too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My mistake.
Yeah, Brian should get seats close to the field just so he can see what's going on. But if you're like me, you can sit up in the nosebleeds. Every ticket's backed by their buyer guarantee, and I know I came through for you guys. I did this. I got us a promo code that you can use on SeatGeek.
Oh, yes.
I came through in the clutch. You can use code NATE10 for 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. Wow. 10% is significant.
That's a good deal.
If you're buying a bunch of tickets, 10% off. That's 10% off tickets with promo code NATE10.
Penny saved is a penny earned.
And imagine how many pennies 10% off could be.
A lot of them.
Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app. Have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. You don't even have to type it in. Thank you, SeatGeek.
We have these bells too. We bought bells. You walk around the bell and it like rings a little bit, and a bear bell. And so it's like enough to so the bear would hear you then, because the bear doesn't want to meet you. But it's like if you walk up on it, that's when you can get in trouble. The bell thing though, we wore it the first day and no one else had a bell, and I felt so stupid as we're walking by these people like ding, ding, ding. And then I looked it up and people were like, yeah, those don't, because it's like they're not loud enough. Like the bear's hearing is like our hearing, I think. And so it's like, I don't know. It's like maybe it would work, and it's not, you could do it, but we're walking by children without bells. And so I was like, all right. We were yelling, "Hey, bear," so much. And you just go, "Hey, bear." Just a group of family of 4 walks by. You're like, and you're like, oh,
thought you were a bear.
Yeah. Paul D. I think "Hey, bear" should be the response to "Hello, folks." I like that.
Yeah, that's fun.
The last podcast, I started with "Hey, bear."
Yeah.
I love a nice "Hey, bear."
Yeah.
Hey, bear.
A lady that gave me candy wrote a note, and it said, "Hey, bear."
Yeah.
To me.
I like "Hey, bear."
Yeah.
Yeah. Could be good. Is "Hello, folks"? I mean, like when it's it's like "Hey, bear." So because I do "Hello, folks" and I do "Let's go, folks" when we start the podcast.
Yeah, maybe "Let's go Bears."
Yeah,
that sounds
not good
Jay
at
Cutler.
all. Hey, bear. Yeah, "Hey, bear" just got to pop in whenever. Yeah, "Hey, bear" feels like it's one that it pops in. We were doing it on the trip, and they're very funny to pop in. "Hey, bear."
Yeah,
like just throwing in a nice "Hey, bear" out of nowhere.
Yeah. And if you're hiking and you do a "Hey, bear," and someone gives you a "Hello, folks" back, then you know what's happening.
Right.
That's
You know what's going on.
Yeah. "Hello, folks."
Yeah.
"Hey, bear." Hey, that is a pretty even. Let's go. Like it is funny if someone goes, "Hello, folks." "Hey, bear," and then see.
Yeah.
Because then people will be very confused.
Yeah.
On that. That could be. It could. Y'all can. I like it. I like the. I like the less. I like people. I'll talk to Harper, and we were talking about "Hello, folks" and "Let's go, folks," and we said, "What?" I was like, "What are you?" And she said she thinks she's more "Let's go, folks." But I like that there is a "Hello, folks" and "Let's go." Like there is a. It is like I met someone in Paso, and they were fewer "Hello, folks," and then one's like, "I'm a "Let's go, folks," and it is like you kind of get who the person is.
Yeah,
and that I do like that. But I do like "Hey, bear." "Hey, bear." All right. "Hello, folks," and "Hey, bear." I like "Hey, bear" now.
I got "Hey, bear" all weekend for people. It's fun.
"Hey, bear" is great. It's like it is the good. I think someone said it in the comments. It's the best response. The "Let's go, folks." Like, hey, if you say "Hello, folks," you go "Hey, bear," because it's such an opposite that it does. So I agree. I guess if we take a vote. The vote was Hey Bear. We didn't take a vote.
I've been getting some Hey Bear too, and I like when if a lady says Hey Bear to me, I'm like, my wife is going to be upset about this. Like people come up, they go Hey Bear, and I'm like, I don't know if that's okay.
It sounds like you're already in another relationship so much that y'all have nicknames for each other.
Right.
She's like, it can't even be like, oh, did y'all just meet? You're like, we've been dating for 5 to 6 years, and she calls me Bear, and I go, Hey Bear.
Well, as far as bear attacks, it basically said don't do what you suggested. Don't try to run from the bear. The grizzly bear, that is.
Because no one's trying it.
They said they can run as fast as a horse. And they'll catch you.
It doesn't. It just doesn't matter. It's the.
It's the juice
Hey,
in
Bear.
it out.
Shake and bake.
Barry Sanders could evade a grizzly bear.
Yeah,
I bet so. I bet
In his
Barry
prime.
Sanders could tackle a grizzly bear.
Well, he's a running back.
Now, if you
But you tell me though he couldn't tackle it. You tell me Barry Sanders couldn't tackle it. Come on, come on.
You sound like a guy. I feel like you slurred that too. It did. Sounded like an old drunk Dusty.
You tell me Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders. You said Barry Sanders can't tackle foot, and you're like, Dusty, are you driving? Did you? Barry Sanders, you go look me in the face.
You sounded Cajun.
Right now in the face, you go look me in the eyes, face, and say, Barry Sanders, Barry Sanders, Barry Sanders, take a bear. Barry Sanders can't take a grizzly bear. Is that what you gonna tell me, right? Like, all right, Dusty, all right, buddy. This guy, something's wrong with him. Supposedly, I don't know for sure, but someone told me afterwards that I think that there could have been a fight that broke out.
You know, I got a email this morning from someone who said, was it the Late Show?
Yeah.
They apologized because they said his wife, her hair, I guess, was hanging over the seat, the guy behind him, and the guy put his knee on her hair, like, to pin it against the chair.
Yeah.
And they got into not a fist fight, but they got in a big argument.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So I sat in the second show. I watched the whole thing. It was awesome to just sit in the crowd and watch. And I had a real out of character moment. The guy in front of me, every joke you did, he would turn to his side and be like, I would do that.
Yeah.
Like relating to all your jokes, but in an annoying way.
Yeah.
And I had a really out of character moment. I leaned forward, I grabbed the dude on the shoulder, and I go, enough.
Whoa.
Wow.
And
maybe that's what you heard.
It felt awesome.
Did his wife have long hair?
Yeah.
Aaron. Is this what we're getting to? It was you.
I said enough, dude. And then I leaned back and I thought about the whole show,
Yeah.
Right when the show ended, I go, hey, sorry about that, man. He was like, no, it's fine.
I told you Arizona's wild. It's too hot. It's just too hot out there. And there's not enough humidity. You need some.
But I've never confronted anybody in a moment like that.
Do you think that guy even knew what you meant by enough?
I don't think I know.
He heard the tone of my voice. He knew what was going on. He knew he was misbehaving.
So he's relating to Nate's comedy and having a good time, and you told him to stop.
But thousands of other people were doing that without conversing about it right after the joke.
We needed you in the audience of the shows we did in Arizona.
yeah, probably.
I had Aaron walk around just if people they laugh too loud, not high enough,
right?
He would just keep them kind of at bay.
If they weren't really laughing, he's like, not enough,
not enough,
not enough,
up. And then if they start laughing too loud, I go, what are we doing? Aaron just grabs his shoulder. Hey, what are we doing?
And if their hair was too long, he would just pin it to the chair.
Yeah. Why don't we throw our trash to Saturn?
I've always said that.
Throw it to, yeah.
You know what I mean? Start shipping the trash off.
Yeah, we got
haul it to outer space.
Yeah, and send it to one of these garbage planets that nothing. What does it matter? It's just like you just got everything's gonna burn up and then become a ring. So you just start like launching.
It's not
all
a
your
bad
People
idea.
magazines up there.
No, it is. It is a bad idea.
If they can find a way to do it cost efficiently.
Sure, someday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the cost is we're making the cost up. So it's like.
Yeah, just do it.
Yeah, just do it. I mean, it's not. We're not calling another planet to ask for money for.
But first, we need to take our trash to the moon.
Well, every time we launch a rocket, take a little trash.
Yeah.
Go, hey, you're already up there.
Yeah.
Do you think it's ethical to just launch space out into the abyss? Launch trash into the abyss?
Well, I mean, you got Saturn. That's not.
So
what's
you have
the
to like
point of
target it and shoot it right into Saturn, so it just burns up.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point to.
Yeah,
you know,
just an empty vacuum up there, right? And
Yeah.
If the aliens come and go, "Hey, you guys been the ones dumping all this trash out here,"
Yeah,
and then we'll go, well, "Honestly, we didn't know you were out there."
Yeah,
They'll understand.
Yeah. Have an ongoing argument. I think that if ants were as intelligent as humans on average, that the ants would be able to take over humans and kill them all. There are 2.5 million ants per one human, and they are strong. My son disagrees and thinks humans would be able to take them out. What do you think?
I think humans still win.
I don't know. If they're as
Two
smart
and a
as we
half
are,
million to one.
Yeah.
Your entire body. I mean, and like that means, let's say it takes. I don't even know if it would take 500,000 to cover your whole body. How many do you think it would take? Let's say if it's 500,000 ants covers your entire body.
Mm-hmm.
Like they could crawl in your body. That means it's out of every human, there's 4 kind of things that go.
Well, I guess it depends. Like where are we starting from? Are the ants where they're at right now, and then all of a sudden they get smart? Because we already got chemicals, right? So if the war just began, we could just start killing them.
Yeah.
Just massive. Everybody kill all the ants.
Yeah.
Well, what does it mean for them to have human intelligence? Can they all of a sudden talk like human beings and communicate with each other?
I think it's like a father and son having fun, and y'all are not, and that's a part of it.
I just think if we were like, all right, we're at war with the ants.
You believe in the human spirit.
Yeah, we got to turn it up, and we got to go AWOL on these ants. I don't know.
Now
what
the
AWOL
only
means, but we gotta-
without leave,
you'd have to. Yeah,
we got to go, wild on these ants.
I just don't think you would ever know where
Wild
they're
it
at.
out.
Yeah, I don't think you'd ever know where they're at. Like it'd be hard to. They get underground. They can just hide, and then they can be planted. The other thing is too, you could go to the water. You could go to the ocean.
Yeah.
But then if they get on your boat, it's bad news. But you would go to the ocean. I guess you'd have to get out on water.
But I think your saving grace if you're a human being is these ant colonies are not going to be able. There's no central organization with the ants. These colonies are going to be acting independently because they have no way to communicate with each other. So an ant colony in India is not going to communicate with a fire ant colony in Alabama, right? So they're just going to be these sort of independent groups moving around trying to take out humans. We have the power of communication with each other.
Yeah.
We can coordinate. We can combine our efforts. I like our chances.
I mean,
there's just 2.5 million to 1. I mean, do the math on that. What's how many people on Earth?
It just passed 8 billion, right?
So do 8 billion, and then what's times 2.5 million?
I have it here. It's like 40 quadrillion or something.
I mean,
But where are they dispersed across the globe?
But you could pour gas into an anthill
20
and then light it.
20 quadrillion.
They're all gone.
It's a number that's
20
unimaginable.
quadrillion. Yeah. Well, we can relocate to an island. These ants can't swim across water.
8 billion people can't go to
What
an
about
island.
anteaters? We would train anteaters, and they would be on our team.
There you go.
This is like Infinity War and Avengers, but there were so many of those creatures that they overtook us, remember?
But anteaters would be on our
I think
side.
it just never stops.
It's just the sheer numbers for you. Is that seems to be the thing holding you back.
Well, 20 quadrillion is not even a number. It's like it's so much that it's not even, and it's just the sheer force. I mean, just think if you had to fight 2.5 million ants.
Yeah.
Could you beat 2.5 million ants?
I could.
In a room.
with all the resources of the U.S. government? Yeah, I think I could.
No, it's got to be. So I'm breaking it down just one-on-one.
Okay.
You in a room with 2.5 million ants.
How big's the room?
It also depends on the type of
airplane hangar. I
right.
hope.
If it's these little sugar ants, easy, I win.
Yeah.
But if it's army ants,
fire ants,
like the army ants that you see in like the jungles in Africa, I mean, they will tear you up. Now those are the ones that are scary.
Spectricide would be the front line of defense.
Yeah, ants can't hide from Spectricide.
Do you think you'd get drafted?
Yeah, I think so.
I think you'd be a general.
You talking about these kind of ants right here with these pinchers on?
Yeah,
them?
I mean, now those
these are terrifying.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen them tear apart animals.
Yeah,
on National Geographic.
But just imagine if this thing had hopes and dreams and aspirations and ambition.
But I think the ants would, get jealous of each other. And they would be like, well, the army ants are really taking over,
That's
and
the
I
other
don't
thing.
like that.
There's going to be some internal issues with these ants.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're acting like we're doing in general great job as a
holding
country.
it together better than these ants are.
We're a
Yeah,
mess
yeah.
right now. The ants are loyal.
You think ants are sitting around having this
I think there's
discussion right now?
loyalty. I think there's loyalty between ants.
I think push comes to shove, there's loyalty among humans too. I have to believe that.
Right now, we're not faced with the ant war.
Somebody
So,
comes on the news tomorrow and goes, the ants have risen up. They're smarter than us.
We don't care about aliens.
Yeah,
But
but
we don't
there's
s-
not 20 quadrillion aliens on.
We don't know. There's a lot of big space out there.
It's true.
And we started throwing trash at them.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I think we could take the ants.
Yeah. You think you could beat 2.5 million ants?
I think so.
I say no.
Sugar ants?
The sheer number would just overtake.
They're as smart as anything that you can think of, they can think of. So just remember that.
I would say give me.
So they could figure out talking, or
I
they
think
could figure out like
25 to 30 smart ants would take me out.
25 to 30.
Do I get a weapon?
They would take my gun.
Yeah.
They would pistol whip me.
25 to 30. Yeah. I will take the emu side. So we can't just have this dominant. So I'm comfortable taking the emu side. Who wants to take the lion side? Bates?
Brian will.
I'm going lion too.
All right.
There's zero chance.
I'll jump
in my
on
opinion.
emu.
All right.
I'll jump on emu here.
So we
I like this.
You get
I
to
like
get
the
talked
debate.
into. You get to get talked into 5 interesting facts about emus. An emu's feathers cannot be so soft. That's not a good strong. I mean, who wrote that sentence? The emu? An emu's feather cannot. Can you?
Yeah,
I'm
like
gonna
that.
read it. An emu's feathers. I thought it said father at first. I
That's probably
imagine
true too.
an
yeah.
emu's father cannot be so soft, so they grow up in hard times.
Right, a chip
It's like-
on the shoulder.
They grow up in hard times. A
It
lion,
can be soft, but it can't be. Cannot be too.
an emu has been through it. A
Right.
lion is like, you're the rich kid
right.
that just
And they're very family oriented. They got like nuclear families. They all
Yes.
stay together.
Yes.
The lion grew up, no problems.
no problem,
No hardships.
no hardships.
An emu out of the womb, he's fighting, he's scrapping.
Oh yeah, and his feathers. The way this emu wrote this, they also can be soft, but they also cannot be so soft.
Right.
So like, I
It's
mean,
not always so soft. Is what he said. He said,
Yeah.
listen, sometimes it is, but
Yeah.
not all the time.
emus have the strongest legs. That's enormous.
Yeah.
Strongest legs.
Big legs.
It does not say I don't know what it compares
There's no
to.
comparison.
Yeah.
But
Compared to an ostrich.
yeah, an
Compared
emu.
to the other birds.
But it has. So I'm assuming the strongest legs of anything and everything.
Yeah,
So the
for
kicking,
sure.
the kicking power is wild.
The running
Yeah.
power.
Elusive.
Yeah.
That's
They're
going to
running.
translate to speed.
running
too.
away.
It's. I mean, there's part of me that's going. A lion's going to go into this pretty cocky, and an
Of
emu
course.
is going to just
This thing squats
light
more than
it
an
up.
elephant here.
Like they're, like this is like the piranha. Like emu feels like a piranha. Like it's just like, it's like a velociraptor.
Yes. That is
Like a
what it feels like.
velociraptor beat a T-Rex.
Yeah.
So, when we had this bracket, you would say there's no way.
Where?
Yeah.
In Jurassic Park,
I don't know.
the movie.
I don't
It
remember
did?
that.
Yeah, it
One on
does
one?
at the end. The blue, it beats the one. Well, then they fight at the end, but yeah, I think it does at the end. I don't know if it does, but
No, I think the T-Rex.
I think it
yeah.
did.
T-Rex is
Yeah, I guess they
Velociraptor
reigns supreme.
is just like it's just all over. Like when something's so big, that's like when Royce Gracie used to fight in old MMA stuff, and he'd fight like a big like sumo guy. It's like that gets so tired.
But we just had a debate about a polar bear possibly losing to a Siberian tiger, but now an emu beats a lion.
Well, we're taking I'm trying to make it fun.
I think
Well,
you
no, I
gotta,
get it.
you gotta have some upsets here.
Yeah, you got to have some.
And
upsets.
I think this is because this just happened in the tournament this year. The 1 seed comes in,
yeah.
and if they sleep,
Yeah.
if they take it for granted, they're going to
Yeah.
go down.
Go
let's-
give me those other facts of the email. Let me read the rest.
Let's
of
play
it.
the fight out.
Right.
Let's play the fight out.
Well, I just want
Yeah,
to
I
finish
want you
the
to
facts.
back
They
to
get
the-
more fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was reading them and some reason that prompted you to go to a different page.
Well, they started to get bad. these
I
facts.
said,
That's why I want you to keep reading.
yeah. emus have a pouch in their throat for communication. Now, this is
Trash talk.
I'd imagine some kind of like maybe walkie-talkie, maybe the first Nextel.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have a pouch in their throat for communicate. Like they don't
Chirping.
even waste their time for. What do they put in that pouch? Their phone. You know what it could put in that pouch?
Yeah.
A weapon.
Right.
So now, this emu, because look at it. You think it's playing by the rules?
No.
There's no playing by the rules.
That's cheating.
It's an emu cheats. That anything can happen. So I think an emu has now got probably a gun.
Right.
We're going to go ahead and say it. The emu brought a gun into this fight.
The emu is armed.
The emu does have a gun. So the emu gets a gun. Because it has a pouch and it can hide it, and we did not check the pouch because we didn't know they had a
Where's
pouch.
a lion putting a gun?
Here's the problem. Emus don't have arms, so how's he going to shoot it?
It does it anyway. It's automatic. So look, look at this situation. Here's what I'm saying. The emu, because when you frisk something, you don't ever frisk someone's throat.
That's true.
So why would you frisk? We would be so busy in the feathers, and we don't know that
which cannot be so soft.
That we go like, I cannot believe how not soft this is.
You might even cut yourself trying to get the gun out of there.
And you're just like shaking it, and just like some dust. It looks like you're shaking dust is flying out, and you're like, I think he's good, and we don't even know that in his throat he has a gun.
You ever use a toilet with the padded seats?
Yeah,
I don't care. I don't care for it.
I don't like it either.
Do
you like it?
I didn't mind it.
It's probably nice to
if it's your own home.
It's like a boat.
Yeah.
If somebody else has got one, great.
Yeah.
But if you got to deal with the upkeep, I bet it's not fun.
What's the upkeep?
Yeah, what's going on?
I mean, I imagine it's
I mean, you got to wait a couple days for it to get back to form.
Memory foam.
You
got to fluff it, reshape it.
This daggum thing, it's all bent out of shape.
Lucy's like, Aaron,
yeah, I know who's been in here.
Told you to use the other bathroom.
It's got an air pump.
But I did it to Harrison Butker, who is the kicker for the Chiefs, and he went to Georgia Tech. So I was like, dude, tough miss, go Jackets. And then I was like,
oh my God, you've got like a trend going.
Yeah. Tough miss.
Yeah, or something
go
like that.
Jackets.
It's funny, actually, that not to, because I was like, that's the connection I have, but I didn't even go there. So he's like,
he's like, my brother's got in, I didn't get in.
Yeah,
but that's how I have to do every Vandy thing. I have to go. I didn't go there. Go Jackets.
You go.
Wait, did you say Jacks or Jackets?
Jacket.
Go Jackets is brutal.
Is it the Golden Jackets?
Yellow Jackets.
Yellow
Jackets.
Oh,
yeah, go Jackets.
Do y'all say go Jackets?
Oh yeah, we say go Jackets. Yeah.
Go Jacket. Tough miss. Go Jackets.
Hold on, let me see what I actually said to him.
And he doesn't even know what's going on. What'd you say?
No. Sorry. Dylan Lee plays for the Braves. October 30th. This must have been the World Series.
Yeah.
No shame in that start, my man. Proud of you, bro.
You ever met him before?
No shame in that start.
Hold on.
My man.
I think it's worse.
Oh, no.
That was October 30th, 2021. He responds, August 16th, 2022. Just saw this message. Thank you.
From a game a year ago. He goes, what were we doing October 30th? You got to remember it. He goes, man, that's my aunt's birthday. World Series. This lunatic. He goes,
no shame in that
shame in that start. Love you, brother. He goes, I don't even know who this guy is. He's got to reply to it.
Crying
because of the blue check mark. He has to go, I guess I got to respond back to the don't ever forget where you came from. Love you, brother. Go Jackets.
I remember that specifically because it was a bullpen start. We only have 3 starters. So like we had a bullpen game, and they were like, I guess we're starting Dylan Lee.
No shame in that. Yeah. Who shouldn't be out there.
Shame in that, brother.
No shame in that, brother. Love you, proud of you, making me proud. You making us proud. Go Jackets. Couldn't be prouder.
Brian told a story, and I'm sure you'll tell it, but just to preface it, we were telling like the worst joke you've ever told.
Okay.
That maybe
or heard from someone else.
Yeah, but Brian's was about his own joke. But it's about something you maybe took pride in at the time, but now looking back, it's really cringy or whatever. Now, Brian, set the seed for this. This is so funny.
Well, I don't even know if I completely remember the joke, but it was something about when I was single, I would ask, are there any single ladies here? And then maybe one would go, ooh, whatever. And I say, oh, I meant Shingle Ladies. We have any Shingle ladies here with shingles? And I told that joke for a while.
That's my closer.
Is that the whole joke?
Yes.
I meant shingles, ladies.
Oh, and he said the part ladies with shingles. I mean, the disease shingles.
I wanted to clarify. Yeah, that was one of my go-tos when I first started out.
Oh, man. That's the worst I've ever heard.
There's no more to it?
I mean, that's the part I remember. At this point, Aaron had got up from the table, so
I couldn't just imagine Brian doing that. Oh, I mean shingles, ladies. Huh? You get it?
That's when I first started. It was one of my go-to. Hey, I thought it was honesty time here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes all you need is to set it aside as a comic, and then you can revisit it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want you to bring that joke back.
Dust it off a bit.
Yeah.
Brian.
Go shingles, ladies. I'm married, okay? I'm not looking for the single women.
Oh, there you go. It's a different spin on it.
Yeah,
now.
and tell them why you're looking for ladies with shingles.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I want my daughter to get chicken pox. You know what I mean? Come over to the house.
Now we got a great punchline.
Yeah. It's actually a good bit.
Yeah.
Fix the joke, Dustin.
Brian's going to open his third dry bar special with
it. Yeah. I mean, that's a good bit. I like it.
Yeah. We know the name of my new dry bar special. Shingle Ladies? Question mark?
All the Shingle Ladies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you liked it, you should have put some cream on it.
So I was at my wife and I toured a daycare today, and didn't seemed okay. Didn't know a lot about it. Then I go to
For who?
He's back, baby. For my daughter, and then I'm at the grocery store, and there's a car there with a bumper sticker for that daycare. So I thought, man, I'd love to see this person, just ask them some thoughts on this.
Yeah.
Mike, what's the problem?
Did you wait for them like a creep?
As I was coming out, don't get ahead of me. As I was coming out of Kroger, sure enough, there's a woman getting in that car. And I thought, I'm going to go over there and ask her about this daycare. But I wanted to look natural. Like I just happened to be walking by and, hey, I know this, whatever.
Did you grab a cart, an empty cart?
I had bags in my hand.
Oh.
She gets in the car a little bit faster than I would anticipated. So it was kind of far away. But I don't want to yell. But she sees me. So I don't want to just stop and like turn around because then it would look like I was coming after her. So I keep walking just like I'm going to my car. And I'm like, well, as soon as she pulls out and leave, I'll turn around and go back to my car. But she doesn't pull out immediately. So I have to keep walking and pretending with my bags like I'm going to my car.
Yeah.
And I had
And have you passed her car?
I've passed her.
Okay.
Yeah. And I keep looking back and she's still sitting there. So I have to keep pretending like I'm walking to my car, walking through the Kroger parking lot. And she doesn't leave. Eventually, like, I'm going to be late for this podcast if I don't get out of here. So I eventually had to just like turn around and then kind of make a circle around her like I lost my car. It was about a 15-minute extra experience.
So you walked by her.
Yeah.
Cars to your right. You walked past her. And then you had to cut through the cars and then start walking now to the front of her car? Down the middle of the aisle?
I didn't come right back to her. I kind of circled around.
Yeah.
Like, where's my car?
And then so you make a circle around, so you circle her, and then you talk to her?
No.
Oh.
No. I mean, at this point, I was just trying not to be conspicuous, but, it kind of drug out longer than I thought.
Yeah. I think it's a good message to people. That's why you don't put bumper stickers on your car. Is you got these kind of people that are going to come up And, a grandfather's like, we're thinking about taking my baby to that daycare. And she's like, what? She goes, you have a baby? He goes, that's what they think. That lady thinks he's probably 28 years old. She's exactly the age you would have a baby. And this old man that's got his milk and bread. And excuse me. Is there a lot of kids in that daycare? What's the age group? They go, sir, you need to get away.
Gosh,
I was in Dayton last weekend, and I did a radio interview to promote the show. And you guys know when you call in a radio station, typically they go, all right, we're going live in 3, 2, 1. Or they go, we're going to start recording now, right? I call into this radio station. It's the local country station, and they were so nice. But I did not know that as soon as the call started, we were going on this interview. So the entire interview, I thought we were making small talk. Before the interview started, I gave the worst 15 minutes of radio anybody's ever heard. She goes, I answered the phone. She goes, so you're going to be in Dayton this weekend? I go, yeah, we just had like a family funeral that I just came back from. And I was like, oh yeah, it's been like tough. Like logistically, it's been real tough. But yeah, man, I'm excited to be in Dayton for sure. And she goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? I go, yeah, I'm good. I think I got some kind of sinus infection or something. I was like, after this call, I'm going to go to urgent care and hopefully they'll just give me a steroid shot. And she's kind of like, she's trying to be an interviewer, right? And she goes, so like, what can we expect from the shows this weekend? And I go, hopefully it's better than last year. Cause I was like, last year,
no.
I'm just talking candidly to her. I go, last year the shows were fun, but like it was supposed to be 3 shows and then they had to make it 2. So I don't know if it stays at 3 shows, I'll be pretty pumped. And then she goes, and that was comedian Aaron Weber. And I was like, oh my gosh, dude. And then the call ends, like it hangs up. And I was like, if anybody heard that,
oh no,
they were like, what type of comedy does this guy do? He just complains about his life for 15 minutes.
Yeah, and then last week I went to the Preds game and I got to do a couple of things. I did a little interview with Bally Sports, and then I got to wind the
wrong direction.
The fan. Well, I'll tell you. The lady goes, I go, which way do I go? She goes, either way you go, it will make the sound. And I go, okay. And she goes, but it's going to take a couple, to catch on.
Yeah.
So I'm winding, and then it's never catching. So I just on my own go, I'm switching directions, and then I got it going.
Is that actually making the noise?
It is. They hold the microphone up to it.
Oh, okay.
But as you can see, if you look around at the fans in the audience while I'm doing it, nobody cares. They're not getting fired up.
Look how red your face is.
I know. Yeah. I think a little bit of that is that screen like that, because other people's face look pretty red back there too. Yeah. But man, I mean, it's
like you come up for air.
Mine is so red. But look at that girl back here. I mean, her face is so red too.
Yeah, but look at yours.
I think she's black.
But look, I mean, yeah, my face is super red. I mean, dang, I'm working. Listen, but look at her face back there. I mean, come on.
I know. Wait, put the mouse in. What face is he talking about?
This guy.
Yeah,
this girl.
Yeah, but that girl's got makeup on.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. The screen is changing our faces. She didn't put on. No. She's not a clown. She didn't wear red makeup.
It ain't yours.
Yeah, but I'm working here too.
Yeah.
I mean, listen. I got a special called Working Man. I can't be not working that thing out there.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, guys. Yeah, my face is a little red, but I'm working.
Yeah.
These people are just standing around.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I saw the tweet of you just sitting at the desk. I was like, we got Dusty analyzing hockey out here.
Well, they didn't ask me any hockey questions. I wish they would have.
He's like, they got guys skating under 4 seconds.
Would you ever say something about hockey?
Well, no, I did say that I'm just amazed people can even skate, much less skate and hit the smallest, other than golf, the smallest ball, if you will. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my face that's like, look how red that is.
That's crazy.
That's
dude.
what I'm saying. There's no way my face is that red. I mean, come on, guys.
That's
Look how
but
red
no
that
one
is.
else's face is red.
But that girl back there is red. I mean,
Not
yes.
like that, dude. Like, I mean, you look like a different person.
Yeah, but I mean, if my face is that red, I'm stroking out there.
Well,
I mean,
you look like a miner they got under the ground. They just brought him up an hour ago, and they said, "You want to do the Preds thing?" Because he's been underground for a month.
I mean, I'm not denying it, but that can't be reality, though. You
And
know
he
what I
just
mean?
saw the sun.
You look like, you remember the wrestler Brother Love?
Yeah,
That's what you look like.
I know. I mean, that's what I'm saying. But that can't. I'm just saying, it's got to be some effects of the screen. Look at that thing.
What could the effects be?
I don't know. But
I mean, because the other people around you don't look like that.
But if I look like that and I'm walking around out there, people will be like, "You okay?"
Well, I mean, right in that moment, it's you're tired. I mean,
it's intense. I'm not denying it.
Yeah, that's a wild red. Little surprise, I think, for everybody listening. We are here in Paducah, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got to take these off. We're at about 2/3 of the solar eclipse.
I never heard about the eclipse before Laura asked me about it. I didn't know that was happening.
Do you know? Have you heard of an eclipse?
I saw the last one.
Yeah,
Not the Mitsubishi Eclipse.
No,
Yeah.
nice, dude.
Yeah.
Eclipse the rapper. All right, who's going to explain it? Which one of the five of us is going to explain it?
You don't know what it is.
scientifically?
You, John, because you don't know what it is. What is it?
Well, so this is the moon going in front of the sun.
So we're on Earth. Start
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I usually only do the moon behind the sun, but
when the moon
that's usually when I go out. But I thought if it's
Wait
in
a
the
minute.
middle, I do a moon behind the sun. I do that every year.
One of them can't happen.
Yeah, how does
if
that
it's
happen?
Earth-
Does the moon go
if it's
behind the
Earth-
sun?
No, dude.
The moon never just goes. How big would that be if that happened?
Well,
that would
we'd
be.
be dead.
We'd be dead.
Dead.
You think-
Way before it happened.
Yeah.
There's just a little sliver of
It
the
looks like
sun
it's
still
dark.
visible.
If you look back that way, it's dark. There's a plane. So it
you
was
can
interesting to
still see
see.
it.
There was a flight. You think that's that Delta flight? So there was a Delta flight. That might be it.
Could be.
And there was a Delta flight that was people booked it to fly the
Flying
the
the
path.
whole
Flying
whole
with it in
path.
darkness.
Yeah.
Everybody's on it to see the eclipse. Aaron's trying
this
to get
is
to a
it.
week.
Is that Venus
Monday
right
night
there?
show. Aaron's
There's
on the way
Venus.
back.
I think that is Venus.
That's Venus right there. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I see Venus all the time.
It's one of the planets.
Are you guys going no sunglasses now?
I'm going to
Yeah.
run to the bathroom real fast, and I'll be right
What?
back.
Yeah.
No, space.
Oh, you can see the shape of the moon now.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, look at
man,
it.
that
It's
is
crazy.
unbelievable.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Full, and when it finally
Oh,
gets
here it
fully
goes, man.
dark,
If you're listening at home, it's getting dark.
there's
getting
no
dark.
way.
It's completely over. Can you get it with the camera?
This is the
Wow.
best day
Oh,
of
you
my
got a
life.
camera at it. All right.
There it is.
They know what they're doing.
It looks so
It's
close.
complete. It looks insane.
Your sunglasses
open
on?
back up.
I
Sunglasses
feel like
on?
it's going backwards.
Glasses up. Oh, it's going the wrong direction.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. It felt like the sun did.
That is.
I mean, the precision.
Don't
why
look
can't
at. You
you
can't
look
look
at
at it anymore. Don't look at it anymore with the,
No, but I looked
with the-
at it before when it was like that, man.
Yeah.
You okay?
I don't know. When does it kick in?
The
What?
next day. That's what they
Yeah.
said.
The next day is I'll be blind?
That is Venus. Look, Venus is
I'm going to
going
see
away.
some stuff today, man.
We saw Venus.
Yep.
How about that? And then it's just daytime again.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Man, I believe
So
it.
this one,
You're already over it. It's not done yet. I mean,
Aaron's got a
if
call
you
at
put the glasses
2:05.
on. It's barely a sliver, and you're just
Yeah.
you're through.
Guys got to get to that open mic.
Yeah. Because all right, you think Aaron in a normal life right now you would be done pumping gas and then go in the store? Like maybe you would have stayed at your truck just because you'd have been like, look at that, and then once it clicked, you go inside. And then be frustrated that the guy's outside looking and you're not inside.
let's go.
And so do you think you would eat the donuts? You'd eat one pack and then go, I'm not paying for both these packs. I'll pay for one pack.
I'll tell you what, I'd already be back inside by now.
Oh,
For sure.
yeah?
Yeah, if I were
Yeah.
just at home.
How do you,
I'd go, all right.
how do you gasp at the iPhone and then this?
Which one do you use more often?
The sun.
I know, but this is just, yeah.
Yeah, that's a
the
good
sun
one.
is a great
Much
point.
more
the sun,
often.
Yeah, the sun's involved.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Yeah. It's just,
It is amazing.
I think
don't
this
wanna
is the
sound like
perfect.
I'm-
This is pretty cool right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
This is a
amazing.
weird.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is not
This is
your
what you would
normal
prefer.
dusk. Yeah.
This is your favorite part of the eclipse.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The wind down.
Guys being together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe in the beginning of being a public figure that it would bother me, but at this point,
Public figure.
well, you know what I mean, though.
Wow.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
come on, guys.
Who do you
That's
think you are?
crazy,
I mean,
dude.
but we're all
Yeah.
public,
A public
figures.
figure.
I don't think Andrew Jackson ever said that about himself.
You don't
You're
think
gonna
that you're
come-
public figures, though?
You don't say it.
Oh, okay.
You don't say anything.
But you're what I mean is you're a person who's decided.
How often do you tell people you're a public
That
figure?
may be the first time I've ever said.
No, I think you
but-
tell a lot of people. I
you
think you
said
walk
that
in and you go, I'm a public figure.
That's what he tells Uber drivers when they go, "What do you do for a living?"
Yeah, he goes, I'm
bit
a
of
public
figure.
Bit of a public
I don't think
figure.
I'm a private. Go ahead.
But I,
Brian's a figure.
but I think that
And
when,
he was dying for the public to know about it. But they just won't listen.
but public
I'm a
figure, I
borderline
think,
figure.
is better than saying a famous person or whatever. But you're like you put yourself on
just say,
display.
Now that some
comedian.
people know who I
Say I'm
am,
a
say
comedian.
something like that.
Or just say I'm a comedian.
But is public figure not better than people know who I am?
I mean, the Kardashians are public figures, I guess.
But they are very famous people.
Yeah.
Being in the cultural zeitgeist,
I just think that we've decided to put most of our lives on display.
Sure.
A-list celebrity.
There you
And so now people can call you out on everything you wear, everything
right.
you say, every word you pronounce,
Totally.
every move you make. I'm not the most public of public figures,
But
I'm,
as cultural tastemakers, we need to.
Hello, folks. And hey, Bear, welcome to Nateland Podcast. I'm Nate Bargatze, Brian Bates,
Right.
Aaron Weber, Dusty Slay.
all right.
And surprise,
Boom.
we are in a new studio.
Here we are.
Yeah. I mean, this is, I don't think anybody knew this was happening. Y'all knew, but
Even we kind of doubted it.
yeah.
We had been seeing, I had seen the room and it was empty.
Yeah. And this is it. They've done a great job. This is a new studio. It's out of my house. I get that room gets to become an office. I've never had an office.
And you get your house back.
Get my house back. That was I enjoy that. I think it feels better to leave your home to go to work. I'm sure people, that work from home.
I'm
So
sure
it's like nice to get out and go do something.
I'm sure your dog will miss me. But
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think we're all,
I went to your house today.
Yeah.
Just sat there.
Yeah.
I guess everybody's running late.
Yeah. So yeah, this is it. They've done an unbelievable job with this Nateland Podcast. This is a map behind us of Old Hickory. But you got some new photos. Still, it's heavy me.
Yeah, still
but
pretty
it's-
Nate heavy.
But we got, but we have some stuff. There is a lot of me stuff. And I mean, look, the second y'all start putting a dent in show business, I think we will get your stuff on.
Krispy Kreme had, if you bring in your report card, for every A, you get a donut. Wow. We'll talk about incentivizing.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's that is pretty good. That would be a good they should do. They still do that?
I don't know. I don't know if it was just the one by our house.
Is that how you got into Notre Dame?
Say less.
Straight A's this whole childhood.
Dang, dude, this guy's killing it.
What if we'll find out it wasn't Krispy Kreme never did this? It was just your family did this to you. Krispy Kreme's like, I don't even know what he's talking about.
They walk. He's like, let me go in there first and make sure they're still doing it. He slips him $10. He's like, when my son comes in,
My son comes in,
A 12-year charade.
He goes, I don't even know if they're open. Let me run in real fast. His dad goes, hey, I got a son. You'll notice. And
there's a senior photo.
How we know it's him? You'll know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, because that picture's sitting in the back of the van. And he's gonna get.
Listen, when this kid comes in, he's going to show you his report card. And he goes, are you still doing the thing? Oh, yeah, we're still doing it. We're still doing it.
I think I got a funny new tour name for you, Bates.
All right, let's hear it. Hang on.
I'm ready. Bates's tour is called Easier to Drive. It's just a tour every gig you get. You go, you want to fly? You go, I think it's just easier if you drive. It's always in a city where there's going to be a layover.
You're not writing it down.
Yeah.
All right.
You only take bookings. None of them are flights. They go, can I fly there? They go, you can. But to be honest, it's probably easier just to drive it.
Not what I was hoping for, but
that's a good
in the sense that you show when you're getting to other parts of the country that maybe other comics aren't going.
That's
to.
right. You haven't gone full Hollywood like Nate. He's only doing shows in L.A.
You're reaching different parts of the country.
You're going to real America.
That's right. Different parts of the state.
Yeah.
No, different parts of the mid-state.
The mid-state. Yeah. He goes,
the middle Tennessee kid.
He goes, yeah.
Now that I like.
Boom. This is you?
Yeah.
That's Dusty?
Yeah, watch this. You gotta
was this when you were drinking?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. It's a terrible video, but it's
wait, is this Halloween or are you just hanging out?
I did it.
Go back to that one.
Elvis karaoke. I was hosting a I had put on a lot of weight.
I can't even imagine this being you.
Yeah. I did a roll. Look at this. I did roller derby karaoke or something.
You were the
it's a good
talk of the town.
Yeah, it was a hot.
The life of the party.
Yeah, it was a hot video. Yeah,
it's my favorite.
Yeah, it's a hot video.
It's called Elvis Lives.wmv. Oh, that's great. I'm sorry I made fun of his voice now. I didn't know you used to perform as him.
Yeah.
Not only is Aaron the best ad reader, but he's also the best impressionist.
Oh.
What impressions?
Thank you very much. Was that good? That's Elvis.
Well,
thank you very much.
Best compared to me and Brian, two guys that do no impressions.
Yeah, well, that's how
What
the
are you
word.
talking about?
That's how
I
the
do
word best
impressions.
works.
Yeah.
Throw out an email right now and I'll do it.
Christopher Walken.
I need more cowbell.
That's really good.
You didn't even try to do it.
I closed my eyes for a second.
What are you talking about?
Was Christopher Walken?
That was Christopher Walken.
I want to need more cowbell. That's how you did it just now.
I don't even think that is that Christopher Walken that does that.
Yeah. That's him in that sketch.
Is it him saying it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Got a fever. From
Will
work.
Ferrell's.
Hold on. Do it.
What? I've already done it. I've already nailed it.
Oh, I want to hear it.
My favorite Christopher Walken is from Joe Dirt, though. Can you do any of those?
I haven't seen Joe Dirt. Give me somebody else. I can do anybody. I don't like
Obama.
Michelle or Barack.
let's do President Barack.
President. Okay. Golly. Well.
Is he point?
That was a sassy Barack. Well, let me be clear.
Hear me out. The point is, I do good impressions, and you guys are jealous.
You said throw out anyone. And he gave you the easiest one.
I gave you Arnold Schwarzenegger. Let me do that.
Get to the chopper. See?
They all seem.
I'm killing it.
All your impressions seem more feminine than you are. right? You get more feminine.
Don't say it like that.
Well, I'm saying you're not a feminine person.
That's right.
But when you
I wear brunts.
But when you do an impression, they get feminine. Get to the chopper.
Well, compared to me, Arnold is feminine. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
And actually do. Have you heard Brian do impressions?
I mean, yeah, I've heard them. I wasn't sure they were doing it. He was doing impressions.
Sneaky good. Like name, like give him one. Lawrence Fishburne, maybe something like that.
Do Lawrence Fishburne.
Okay. This is Lawrence Fishburne from Boys in the Hood.
Oh, man, you don't want to mess this one up.
I need those.
Don't mess this one up. I want to know where this is going.
You need what? Most of those standardized tests are biased, except the math portion. The math is universal.
Are you doing the impression now?
Yeah.
Oh.
You couldn't tell?
No.
I was nailing it.
Dude, I thought you were doing you.
No,
just saying this what you were going.
I thought that was a disclaimer before.
Right. I thought he was doing Bates, telling us what he was about to say. Like these are the words I'm going to use.
That was
as Lawrence Fishburne. Go ahead. All right. Well, dude. Okay.
Should I do Lawrence Fishburne from The Matrix?
No. I think I know how your Lawrence Fishburne.
Denzel. This is Denzel Washington from Training Day.
Okay. Training Day.
Okay.
Wait. What scene? What scene?
At the very end.
The very end where he's going crazy.
Where in this scene. I want to set you guys up. His partner Jake has taken the money.
Yes,
and he's leaving with it now, and he's out of options.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
and the people in this neighborhood have turned on him.
Yeah, we get it. Ready?
Oh, I'm putting probation out on all of you.
All right, cut. Let me tell you.
I'm not done.
I know, okay. but I'm gonna just give you some notes.
Okay.
Like, because it sounds...
I don't have a pen, but go ahead.
Tell me if I'm wrong, but this sounds exactly like the way you just described the scene. Like, it was... Right? It was the same voice.
I'm a nuanced actor. But I wasn't done.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're right.
King Kong.
Oh, man. Come on.
On me.
Come on.
What are you talking about?
That was even worse.
What are you talking about? I feel like Denzel's in the room.
No. Hey, man.
What are you talking about?
Oh, my gosh.
I mean,
all right.
I don't even.
Oh, that was awesome.
About that.
Yeah, we're actually in a real movie set. Ain't that fun? Ain't it fun that this whole...
It's crazy.
Look how crazy it's gotten. Y'all were all just started at this little dumb podcast during COVID. Now we're...
Wow. I wasn't even around.
As you don't know yet, or I don't know if you know, you weren't even around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all movie actors now. All of you are in the movie.
That's true.
Yeah. So we got them all in. And Derek Stroop. Yeah. Derek Stroop is in the movie as well.
Yeah, Nate very generously put us in the movie. It's very, very exciting.
We got, if y'all want to say y'all's title.
I do, actually, and I'm pretty proud of it. Trash Collector 1.
Yes. Trash Collector 1 is there.
Now, take a wild guess who number 2 is.
Yeah.
Well, I think most people will think Dusty.
Yeah.
But they are incorrect.
Yeah.
I am Trash Collector number 2. My agent's not quite as good as Aaron's.
And that's
negotiated.
And that's always what I've called you guys.
Yeah. Trash Collector 1 and 2. Yeah.
You want to show the...
yeah, we got some pictures here from our day on set. There's me and Brian in uniform.
All right.
And then...
That's what you guys wore before you joined this podcast.
Yeah.
Here we are taping our scene and...
You know, the night before, we went and watched the new Mission Impossible, and Tom Cruise does all his stunts, and Aaron and I were like, we want to do our own stunts too. So.
Yeah, did y'all watch that the night before?
Yeah.
We did. Yeah, we did.
Down here? Yeah. That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is very fun scene. We just got to this studio part, so you're seeing the house. It's all crazy because and Dusty's part, we just can't really say what it is because it's
good though.
But it's good.
And you saved on wardrobe for his part.
Yeah,
we'll say that.
Yeah, Dusty's wardrobe was just
wear what you're
as you are.
It is funny when people dress me and then I go, oh, this is what I wore here.
Yeah,
I need this dressing part.
Breadwinner, March 13th, 2026. We'll tell you so many more times.
Yeah, you'll hear about it.
Yeah. All right, see it.